Vibe blowing at the J. Got the loud jumping at the pad. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping at the pad. Everything I'm on slab.
Maybe with the Brazilian, this would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy? What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang. Hey, no sound effect for being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Wake Up Show. All right, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You're indeed in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish. New world order. The King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly, the Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker. Well, you're in the Snow Bunny Heaven bunker with EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Niggero, of Fixes Binds LLC. The unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg. You guys know that. Also, I'm the man with no trabajo but travels. I am the Mitch Slapper, the anointed one. I'm also the man that they call the founding father of the after pill. I'm the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the Matey Matrix, the chocolate of Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me CGA, C God Allah, and I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you lined up today. This dating strategy that we're going to see represented in a few videos makes absolutely no sense and confuses many men, and why this particular dating strategy will never change. We're going to talk about that. Also, a young woman that just came on the internet, on Al Gore's internet, and just said that she makes $4 million a month on OnlyFans. We're going to reveal who that individual is and why men are losing their shit about this particular woman. And when you see the woman, you're probably going to say, why is she the one making that amount of money? Because, well, she's a good looking cutie girl, but she ain't all that. She's a good looking cutie girl, but you wouldn't think that type of woman would make $4 million a month. But we're going to talk about that and much, much more. But to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. Venmo is Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams, and that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat new world order on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you know what day it is. It is Friday, and it is Snow Bunny Heaven. And I'm out here, plenty of bunnies out here. You know what I mean? There's bunnies out here for sure. All right, if you want to come out here skiing, hitting them slopes, going snowboarding, All right, I'm hitting the slopes, I think this afternoon and tomorrow morning. And yeah, I'm going shopping today. And it is Black Friday. I'm black and it's Friday. Shout out to Dr. Thunder. And it is CGA Black Friday. I'm hoping to put some Black Friday on a snow bunny today. New world order. All right, so we got that much more. Let me set my microphone down without too much feedback. But anyway, we got a great show for you today. Let me go ahead and head over to the earlier contributors to today's show, and bear with me as I am not in my normal element, but we will get it going nonetheless. And all of that, let me go ahead and acknowledge our brother here, H every day, and he's slowly and fastly becoming one of our biggest supporters over on Ko-Fi. So let's go ahead and give him a rich bitch, or let's give him a rich bitch sound effect. Of course, I don't know where it is, but we'll give it to you when we see it. Was that it? Nope, that wasn't it. We'll give you the Price is Right if I can't find the damn thing. And yeah, I'll acknowledge you. I'll acknowledge you. How about I acknowledge you? He says, yo, coach, he says, you missed what Adina Howard said about wanting to have it like a teenage boy. He says that's when the penis envy starts. I've been saying this since I was 16. Women want young men's freedom without the work. Women want young men's freedom without the work. And they also typically will want to be masculine, but then they don't have the sex drive, right? So the one thing that they don't have is the testosterone, which is the testicular fortitude to be able to do things that men do, not just walk around here with your elbows out and claim to be masculine. You got to actually defense. You got to actually procreate. You actually have to have the accurate sex drive. But you said Adina Howard does have that. And that's one of the problems with the penis envy feminism propaganda. All right. And they don't have the ability to put on muscle at the rate men do. Shout out to you. And he says, give a bitch bad deals, Nick, just to get rid of her. They cannot physically overpower you. So they use the punani and emotion terror to get even. But time and distance puts them in check. Be a man, drop your nuts, and grab your guns. Appreciate you for that one. And he also says Adina Howard proves that some girls can't fight who they really are. And now 304 culture proliferates out in the open as a subculture. Being a winning man and having a winning plan be boring to succubize, and you win in the end. Time is your friend. Shout out to you. And I wish I could find my sound effect for you because you deserve it. I was looking at my chart today, and guess what? You're one of the top supporters over on Ko-Fi. So I'm not sure who you are. You changed your name. You might have been one of our top supporters to begin with, but we'll give you that. And I thank you for letting me be myself again. All right, so I don't even know how many of these are literally from yesterday. I really don't know. All right, but let's go ahead. A Jedi is here. Shout out to you, Mr. Commander, with the co-sponsorship. All right, Thriller 72 says, Coach, 100% right again. I've been feeling like I got future sight thanks to you. Shout out to you. And that might have been from yesterday. Bear with me. Shout out to you. Daryl L says, Coach, on point as always. I was a military intelligence for 10 years. We were 10 to 15 years ahead of publicly available technology, and it was always classified. He says drones and robots are a good example. Oh my gosh. Speaking of drones and robots, D Rich, and I said this yesterday, I said the military is always 10, 15 years ahead of where the technology is by the time it becomes public. I watched that movie, a little bit of that movie called Subservience. I think it was Subservience. It was with Megan Fox. I think it's Megan Fox, the Transformer girls. Yo, that movie was like, oh my Lord Jesus, right?
It's an evil world we live in.
I was like, my goodness gracious. All right, that was an interesting movie, man. I was like, I can't, man. If that, and by the way, the movies not only is the military 10, 15 years ahead of us, most of the movies are a few 10 years ahead, and they're trying to tell you where we're going to be. The movies will always give you an example of where they might anticipate us to be, or where they might want us, our minds, to condition us to accept our reality, We're going to talk about that in Doom and Gloom CGA, but where they want us to accept our reality. So yes, the movies are trying to condition you to be okay with certain things, right? There's a big thing going on there. If you know about it, it's out there, it's available for you. But yeah, y'all not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it. But anyway, new world order. All right, they're preparing you to accept it, because if they just unleash robot technology on us without giving us an idea of how good or bad it can go, then we would be ill prepared for it and less likely to grasp it. But the movies definitely get that. Subservience movie was that was a little too much for me. I was like, oh my Lord, do I have older humanity? All right, I finally found this one. We got this coming up.
And that's you.
Yeah, predictive programming. I mean, it was unbelievable. All right, so shout out to you. And we have a couple of other persons. Says, this is Mikhail, says, Coach, can you do a stream on the real world? He says, by that I mean being in a relationship or a marriage, etc., seems to not mean shit these days. I know females who knew that a guy had a wife and obediently played the side chick. I was raised in a Christian household. And he says, see next chat. And there's a next chat. And he says right here, I was raised in a Christian household, but none of my family members were born in wedlock. Wow. He says, I'm seeing that a lot of the things in the world I was told in my life was a lie. He says, where and what is the truth, Coach? All right, here you go right there. Wow. Where and what is the truth? That is an interesting thing. I try to tell you as much truth as I know. I try not to tell you lies. All right, let's just put it like that. I don't want to tell you any lies or fantasies. And a lot of us use fantasies as comfort, meaning while, as a distraction from the real life, like the holidays are a distraction. You would say it's a distraction from our real reality. Many people are going to go into steep debt, credit card debt. Many people are unable to support their families, but they're going to go out here and shop tonight. They're going to shop till they drop. They've been out shopping since midnight. But in reality, we like to have things that are what we call social norms, but our social norms are absolutely changing right in front of us. So then you have to ask, and what you're talking about in the first message, what is the real world? Okay, what is the real world regarding relationships and marriage? Well, what I'm telling you is likely the real story. Hear me out. But what other people will tell you is their real reality, right? Let me just tell you, like if I say marriages are becoming uncommon, now that would be a truth. That would be an absolute truth, an undeniable truth. However, somebody that would disagree would say, that's not true because I have a marriage. Now, do you see the difference? Both of us are right, but both of us are using a different reality, because if I say marriages are becoming uncommon, many men are not getting into marriages for a variety of reasons, and women are not getting into marriages for a variety of reasons. If the rebuttal is that's not true, because in my neighborhood, I see a lot of married people, or in my household, I got married and it worked. Do you see the difference? One is anecdotal. One is a real truth about everybody. Now, I tell the real truth about everybody and I show the data. Unfortunately, I'm not at my work computer, so I don't have all of my things to show you when I present a detail. But it is true. Being married with children is less common. In the 60s, 44% people were married with children. Today, only 19% of people are married with children. So it is becoming less common. That is a reality. That's the real world. And all I tell you is this is the real world and why. Now, if you say, well, that's not true because I'm married and I have a husband and I have a wife, that's not reality. That's your reality. All right. That's all. That's it. That new world order. And because even if I said that, that would be a reality, but you would disagree with it. So tough titty. Shout out to our brother Rockman in the building. Shout out to you. And we have Shane McMahon says, Coach out here changing lives. Thank you for all that you do. We got a couple of other people. Trevor Hall says, greetings, Coach. Paying my tuition. Please keep up the excellent work. You are a blessing to us all. And he says, I also hope one day that you put out a DVD with a collection of your best content, unedited, unfiltered, and many hardcore truths. I will do that, but we don't know when. But I need to acknowledge that that is a sponsorship. And for some reason, I found a sound effect. It's Trevor Scott Hall in the building. I should acknowledge him. Going back to my point, if marriages are becoming uncommon, my job is to tell you that so that you can find another path to happiness or satisfaction. And there's many, many paths. So there's not just one path, but a lot of people, men and women, struggle with finding the path in the absence of the social norm. I'm not just telling you, hey, marriages are less common. And then in the point there, I literally go through, okay, this is what you can do because possibly you might not get married or have children, right? It's less common. Or if you do, you can anticipate that you might be a single parent, a single father, a single mother, or you might be married with children and get divorced and then live in a, what do they call it? I call it the Brady Bunch. You might call it a ready-made family. You might be in a situation where there's a step parent. That's a reality. Are you prepared for that? Is that what you intend when you get married? Because that's the reality. All right. So anyway, shout out to Trevor Scott Hall with the sponsorship. Rue says, good morning, coach. That 2-day break was too long. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, but don't come up here telling us that you're a takeout, right? That you take out while we had, I think there's a word missing there. Don't come up here telling us that you had takeout while we had turkey, my ninja. He says that chat will crash out. Free agent lifestyle for life. I didn't have takeout. I'm only here for chicken cutlets this week. Albert Wesker says, coach, I just saw that Black Friday sale you posted on Locals. I did. He says 50% off Money Mindset membership with the promo code free agent. Appreciate that. Y'all go sign up. Is that a suggestion? I guess that's a suggestion. All right. I never thought about it. All right. But new world order. I do know that people follow us on social media. They always pocket watching. All right. They always pocket watching. Coach out here putting shit on sale. He must be broke. You know how people do that. All right. I'm going to come back to the other ones, the Cash App, the PayPals, and the Venmo. But I appreciate y'all for checking in right now. We got 1,000 people right here on Black Friday with Mr. Black himself. I should have had Mr. Black come up, but we got Black Friday. We got a great show. We got about 2 hours. Nova's over here sleeping, not bothering me right now. All right. And we're going to get on with the first segment and then come back to the super chats. The first segment is Doom and Gloom CGA. All right, Doom and Gloom CGA brought to you by the... All right, did you guys see this? Apparently, we were talking about predictive programming, but there's something else that is a little bit interesting. They call it a parallel reality, which is new. This is alleged. I don't know. All right, they're calling it parallel reality. Okay, we are definitely advancing in times of technology. So let me see if I can pull this up here and see if you guys can hear this. I'm going to share the screen. There it is right there up on your screen. Parallel reality technology is here. Okay. New world. All right. So let me see here. Apparently people are going to airports and they're seeing screens that are only related to them. Okay. Let me see if I can explain this.
Well, you'll notice this right after you go through security at the McNamara terminal at Metro Airport.
Yeah, it's a big screen offering up something called parallel reality to help passengers figure out where to go and a whole lot more. Evrod Cassidy live at DTW tonight. This looks pretty cool, Evrod.
Oh, it is absolutely incredible technology, Jason and Karen. You just have to see it for yourselves. Normally, when you're trying to catch your flight and you have to figure out what your gate information is, your boarding time, you would take a look at the big board right here and have to scan through all of the different flights that are on there. But now Delta has created this personalized big board just for you. Watch this.
Oh my God!
This big arch and information desk is getting all kinds of reaction from passengers traveling through Metro Airport. It's very cool.
Passengers like the Audi family had never seen it before and wondered, what the heck is it?
I was kind of surprised. I didn't know exactly what I was looking for because they didn't tell us what we were supposed to be looking for. So when I saw my name up there, I was like, can everybody see my information? Then I realized my sister could only see hers.
My first name is up there, and it says what medallion status I have, everything, pretty much all the details, which gate, how many minutes I had to walk through.
I see you trying to fool me.
There's no fooling here. With each Delta passenger walking through, the board displays only their travel itinerary.
I see that there's nothing on the screen.
So what do you see for you?
I see that there's hello Virgil, thank you for flying Delta. Gate 30, I'm 838, 3-minute walk.
New world order.
All right, so you guys are catching up to what's happening here. Yeah, a lot of NPCs here and a lot of normies. All right, these people definitely love shit like this, and they like, oh, this is fantastic. This is so convenient, and it helps me out so much. They thought of us when they put this technology out. I thank you for these corporations for thinking. All right, thank you for these corporations for making shit easy. Yeah, that's how they introduce something, and then they control you with the information. Imagine some sort of emergency. Imagine some sort of dysfunction and breakdown where they send some people this way and some people that way. This could end up bad. All right, and then of course they get the normies, and the women fall for this shit hook, line, and sinker. All right, they don't care. All right, they don't care. They like it. Oh, this is fantastic. And then all of a sudden, when reality hits, they all like, oh my goodness, scrambling and scraping for shit. All right, but interesting thing. Listen, technology is not for the old people. It is for the new people. Technology is not for the old. It's for the new. Oh my goodness, headphone people in the building. All right, so as you can see here, the people that are loving this are people who don't know shit about life. They're inexperienced. Listen, it will probably never greatly affect them, but I find this to be crazy advancing technology. Anybody think of any other potential pitfalls of this type of information here? Let me go ahead and play it.
Perfect. The display fundamentally can direct different content towards each person that looks at it. Above us is a motion sensor that detects moving objects as they're walking around. What? And when one of these moving objects scans their boarding pass, that's how the display knows to direct that flight information towards that moving object as they're walking around.
That is wild. And the display can show personalized flight information for up to 100 travelers at a time. So how it all works is pretty simple. All you have to do is walk up to the desk, scan your boarding pass.
Leave it to the media to do a commercial. So what you're seeing is a commercial. You saw this during the vaccine. You saw this through all the potential elections and civil unrest. So they cover this like it's a story, but this is just an instruction manual on how to do it. All right. So as you can see, they always get to this part right here, the mass media or the ass media. The ass media will get to the instructions. All right. So these are your instructions right now. So what you do is this is how it works. All right, so they get you comfortable with the shit, and the normies go ahead and do it, and they'll be like, "Yeah, let me scan your eyeball, let me scan your ball sacks." Yeah, all you have to do is see. This is how it works. All you have to do is take your boarding pass. This is the instructions, just so you guys know.
And your boarding information is displayed on the big screen only for you to see. The technology behind it is what makes it all possible.
And it's in the pixels of the display itself.
Wow.
So each pixel is capable of controlling the color of light that it projects in many different directions. But right now, I'm only seeing a blank airplane because I didn't opt in. I didn't, scan my boarding pass or anything like
on
that.
The screen?
Nope. So if the camera can pan back behind my head, you can see that I am truly not seeing anything.
The digital ID technology was first tested at Delta here in Detroit amongst the employees.
Normies. The parallel reality experience has been a few years in the making through a partnership between Delta and Misapplied Sciences. It was just unveiled for public use for Delta travelers on June 28th, and Metro Airport is the first airport in the world to use it.
All right, shout out to Detroit. You guys are the first ones. Not bad. Of course, Detroit has a lot of Negroes there. It is. New world. All right, and yep, and dude, let's just say they scan your pass, and it's Coach Greg Adams. He's demonetized on YouTube, and then they be like, "Oh, you can't get on the flight." New. Right? Oh, that's you. All right, Coach Greg Adams. Oh, hell no, you ain't getting on the goddamn plane.
That's you.
All right, just like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would be on the list, but they'd be like, Him going to Utah? Nah, he ain't going to no flatback heaven. You can't go to Utah. It's a social credit score. Exactly. That's exactly what this is. So now it's a social credit score. Eventually they'll be like, oh, this is great technology. It just tells you where to go right over there. And then you scan your boarding pass. They'd be like, did you just post it on Facebook? New world order. That's crazy. Yeah, I definitely ain't taking no flights. And apologies for the internet. I'm in a hotel. All right. So if the internet gets shitty, I can't do nothing about it. All right. Listen. All right. I can't tell you. I'm pretty sure it'll get spotty at times. All right. But let me go ahead and finish the video just so you can see how crazy this is. Social credit score for sure.
Once they get past the initial surprise about how it all works.
Well, it's helpful. I mean, just because I was, I'm thinking, okay, where do I go from here? At this point. So absolutely, it's definitely helpful.
And back out here live right now, you can see the big board here, the personalized big board, the parallel reality experience. The goal is to have this technology in airports all across the country and eventually all across the world. And then coming soon, they'll be able to display your flight itinerary in your preferred language. Reporting live here at DCW, Everett Casimir, Local 4.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. New world order. All right, man. Yeah. Look at that. And look at even the Karen right here. Even the Karen's like, oh, boy. All right.
And that's you.
Karen looking good with her tan right there. We're going to talk about Karen in a minute. Not that Karen. All right. But that Karen looks like she's enjoying it. All right. Anyway, that's Doom and Gloom CGA. Let's go ahead and get you with the outro. Okay, all right. Let's acknowledge the other contributors to today's show right here. I'm trying to get hold on. Let me do this. I'm gonna figure out. I gotta switch hands, ladies. Sometimes I have to switch hands. All right. Do we have any Cash Apps? Do we have any Cash App activity here? We do. It's our brother, no government name, BH, with the co-sponsorship. He says CGA's work ethic is unmatched and inspiring. I hope to inspire. I'm going to give you a co-sponsorship in a second here. Once I put all of these things down in my hand, my hands are full. Shout out to our brother Corey. He says, Yob Mob in the building. Appreciate you for being here. Yob Mob is definitely in the building. We going to need 5 Yobs at the end of the day to be able to afford this technology. Maybe not. All right. Hold on to your hats with this economy here. Let me go ahead and see what we got over on PayPal. Shout out to our brother Jay Cool is in the building on PayPal. Jay Cool says, the crazy thing is, just 11 years ago, the Xbox One came out with Connect camera in the box, which most rejected in a panic. He says now almost no one cares and actually invites this new technology in. Yes, indeed. So, Jay Cool, that's an example for us old heads, right? So old people tend to be a little less progressive with technology and then advances in social norms. Like, we don't want stuff like this because we know what it means. Like, when people, when the police agencies and the alphabet agencies want to put cameras in street lamps, we tend to reject stuff like that because we know it's Big Brother watching. When we see devices where you can call it up and say, Alexa, tell us this, Alexa, tell us that, we tend to see this technology as invasive. As a result, we tend to not be as progressive with it or buy it or consume it. But new people, young people, they tend to latch onto this technology because it's fairly new, right? Anybody under 25 is like, oh, I don't care about any of that. I don't care about people invading my private life. I don't care about giving up my rights as a citizen to be able to get this convenience. So yes, when things come out, it takes it a little while for people to get used to it. Similar to boomers. Boomers still believe if they give their email address out, it's going to ruin their lives. In many cases, it could ruin their lives. But boomers are very protective of their personal information. Until they get a Nigerian email or something like that, then they get stupid, right? When they get old-timers disease. But people that are in their younger years don't care about this advances in technology, and they don't see it as invading their privacy or threatening, but eventually they learn. Shout out to Bray Brown, says, greetings, coach. I'm 32 and weigh 245 pounds. Is it possible to lose 30 pounds in a month? You want to lose, I would say 30 pounds in a month sounds, yeah, that's possible for sure. what we tell people is generally, this is general, and be careful here because I'm about to give out some information related to health and fitness, and this is normally triggers people. All right, but typically you want to be able to say, well, losing a pound in a particular day or week or something like that would be a healthy way to lose weight. All right, and a man can lose a pound a day easily. All right, our weight doesn't fluctuate like women, and we don't have any bloating. So you want to be able to lose that. When you're losing weight rapidly, tends to bring on other problems that you don't want to be prepared for. For example, when you take Ozempic or any fast weight loss, you get a fast weight loss pill or shot, or you do a rapid weight loss like a lap band, what's going to happen is you're going to lose weight rapidly. However, you're going to have issues with your skin sagging off of your body. So that is going to be a whole nother issue that you're going to have to repair. And that rapid weight loss is going to cause you problems. So you might want to avoid that by losing weight because your skin is very elastic. And if you lose weight slowly, your skin will adapt to it. And you won't have the hanging skin issue that lap band and Ozempic patients have. So that's why we say you want to lose weight progressively, slowly. So 30 pounds, 1 pound a day or something like that would be a very healthy way to do it. Some people might say 1 pound a week. It just depends. It just depends. But if you lose that weight rapidly, you're going to have hanging skin. And then you're going to have another self-esteem issue related to that. Yes. All right. So watch out for that and be conscious of that. Because I actually saw that there was a woman that was a fitness client of mine, and it was a white woman, and I didn't know her when she was fat, all right, but she told me one time that she had lost all of this weight, and I knew her as she wasn't skinny, but she wasn't fat. But then she came up to me, she said, "Oh, I used to be large," and I was like, "When?" She was like, "Last year." Then she told me she had the lap band, and I said, "Okay." And she says, you can't tell, but my skin is sagging off of me. Now, as a professional, I actually do some skin caliper tests. And one of the reasons it came up is because normally I do a weight assessment and I do a little skin caliper test. And so she wanted to bring it up to me that her skin was sagging off of her. I didn't believe it. So when we went back to the area to do the skin caliper test, yes, she was flabby, bro. I mean, it wasn't flab. It was actually sagging skin. And it was incredible to be able to, because I would actually grab it and do my skin caliper. It was useless doing the skin caliper test at that point. But it was like, man, it was like, oh man, it was incredible. But she had it tucked into her pants. Right? She had it tucked in. It was an amazing thing. It was like, wow. But what happened was she had some very rapid weight loss. And I'm just going to say, based on what I saw, I didn't see the whole entire thing. Based on what I saw, I don't know how you can fix that. I don't know. He said, Stretch Armstrong. Yeah. I don't know how you're going to fix that. Because, she did have her titties, her titties was flabby. I could see she had a sports bra on. Everything was like, man, I said, somebody said the flying squirrel. How are you going to fix that? Because it's in the entire body. And I'm like, man, then these people tend to gain the weight back. So what if you fix it and then gain the weight back? That's a whole L. New world order. All right. Anyway. He says you can't fix it. You need to, you need surgery to remove the skin. But how do you even, oh man, these plastic surgeons. Shout out to Kevin Sullivan says, appreciate you always, coach. Shillings to the train gang. Shout out to you. And thank you, man. Thank you for being patient without the sound effects. Dark Side Foundation says, Coach, I am thankful for you and the coach gang. I love you. Pause. He says, I've decided to treat myself this year and bought a PS5. He says, I'm going to pick it up tonight. Also, any news on nominees for the 12 Gumps of Cheesemans? Oh, yes, we're going to do that. And we're going to do that internationally. I'm not going to be in the States. Well, I don't plan on being in the States. Anything could happen. But, yes, we're going to do the international Gump. Right now, Prince Harry's leading. But there are some really, really good candidates this year. And you yet says, now I understand why our forefathers and older generations tried to restrict women. They knew the true power and nature of women. Well, he didn't say power. He said he knew the true nature of women. They knew how sexually and freaky women were and how they always liked danger, the excitement of doing something wrong, and the eagerness and craving for sin. And you can't deny that. Like, the more freedom women have gotten, I mean, we are in this clusterfuck in dating right now, right? They're kind of like, they're using their 20s to run their body count up. Now, people are going to say, well, it doesn't matter. Well, this is an interesting strategy. Does it? Or does it not matter? Right? We should take a vote. Oh, it don't matter at all. Okay, people wanted to restrict that. It's complicating the dating marketplace for sure. But women are, shout out to the nasty girls. Where the girls at? I am a nasty girl. Where the nasty girls at? I know you watching my show. I don't judge. I listen. Shout out to our brother Ken Rose. Thank you, man, for the thumbs up. I appreciate that, brother. We got 3 more, and we'll get back to the show. Straggle and Sniggle Theater coming up. De Niro Tranquillo says, Coach, upgraded to a suite in DC because I am entertaining a JUCO. He says right here, there is this old white man in the penthouse with 2 bad linglings. We winning. Shout out to the Coach gang, man. Goodness gracious out here. Look, that's an example. De Niro Tranquillo. That is an example of what I talk about when I talk about men at the top tier men, right? The top tier men. When I say, because I tell young guys all the time, them young girls don't want you, right? And they say all these things. But here's the funny thing about it. I often say the reason why you don't see it is because you don't roll in those circles, right? You're not in a good suburban neighborhood. You don't travel to high class areas. You're not in a suite, penthouse suite, presidential suite. You staying at the Red Roof Inn. You don't see the world when I say dating is monetized. And like, I don't see nobody doing. I just see these tricks playing these girls on Figueroa. And I'm like, no, it's a little bit more than that. There's dudes out here taking girls on shopping sprees in high-class hotels in Las Vegas. Yeah. And I say, because you don't see it. You're not there. And then De Niro Tranquillo is kind of proving it again. He said, oh, I upgraded to a suite. Then when he's up there, because you need a key to get up to that suite, right? You're on the ground floor and you try to go up to that floor, you're not going to be able to get access. You need to have a key. Again, another one of these things where we say, you're just not in that world yet. So now that he's in this world, he can see it happening in real time. New world order. You got to be in that world. You got to get out of the Hyatt place. And that's up class for a lot of y'all. Then the Hyatt Place hotel is upscale. Right? But there's levels to this shit. Shout out to you, man. All right. But when you go to the master suites and when you go, because I'm in a suite right now, they upgraded me, but I'm in a 1-bedroom suite. I guess you can call it a suite. All right. It's got a full kitchen, refrigerator and shit. It's got a laundry room. This place is pretty nice. It's small, but this is definitely not a hotel room. This is just this is the living area right here. You're seeing right there. My bedroom's over there. All right. Kitchen's over there. It's nice. But you got to be able to see it. When you see it, you're going to see all kind of young teens over there. The Pimped Out Platypus says, shout out to the Coach gang. I hope you all had a Thanksgiving as good as mine. He says, I appreciate you all. You showed that I'm not alone in this way of thinking and the way you see the world. This is the thing. Yeah, man. Yeah. This is why we do this. Okay. Because yes, in this crazy world, people will get you with the propaganda. Body counts don't count. And if we didn't have an opposing view to be able to demonstrate why a man would not accept that as his reality, you guys would just have to settle for it. Well, okay, maybe it doesn't count. Yeah, they even let me bring Nova. So you know I'm not in a regular hotel room. All right, there's Nova right here. Nova, can you here, come here. Put your head up. That's Nova right there. All right, Nova right there. See, say hi to the people. All right, now go sit. All right, there you go. All right, she don't want to. Yeah, thank you. The Real Fit Style says, yo, Coach, I hope you're enjoying your vacation. I am enjoying my vacation. All right, my vacation is litty. Possible JUCO tonight. All right, it's going to be interesting. All right, let's get to this part of the show. What is it? Straggle and Sniggle Theater? Let's do it.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's get to it. What do we got here? Do we have some straggles that we need to report? Oh, Granny. All right, we got a Granny out here, and she's not happy with a lot of you ninjas during Thanksgiving smoking that Mary Jane. All right, so let's take you to the Granny out here. She wants to tell you about what she gonna do if she catches you in the neighborhood smoking that Mary Jane. You know what I'm talking about. Here we go right here.
I don't care what you got. Put it in your pocket and y'all get ready to go. Okay? You know you don't do this in Granny. Okay, and that right there knows. The last time he was here, I sent him away from here. Am I right? So you ought to told him. Am I right?
I don't know.
Because Granny don't play this. Okay?
Oh.
Y'all want to get somewhere to do something like this? Go to a park. Because this ain't a park. You hear me? I'm going to give you 10 minutes to get out from over here in front of my house. If not, I'll bring my pistol out here and I'll shoot it.
Oh, no. Granny out here, man. Shout out to Granny. Hey, man, we miss grannies like this, man. We need more grannies like this. I wish I had my sound effects. All right. But we going to give her a... Hey, Granny, not the pistol. All right. You're not going to say the 9, the 45. What kind of pistol you got, Granny? 22? She said, I'm going to bring the pistol out here. Hey, you know she a OG when she says, I'm going to bring the pistol. Right? Because grannies don't play. And old granddads will bring their pistol out and skitty pop pop. She said, take that reefer madness somewhere else. This ain't the park. She said, go to the park with that. Well, Granny, they can't go smoking in the park. Maybe some parks they can, depending on where they are. She said, I'm going to bring my pistol. All right, I love this right here. Granny, we need more grannies like this to set these 304s and these nigs in straight. All right, because these nigs, we got a nig problem out here, Granny. All right, set these nigs straight. And probably your worst daughters had all of these kids. All right, but let's hear Granny out here say she's going to bring her pistol.
Hear me? I'm going to give you 10 minutes to get out from over here in front of my house. If not, I'll bring my pistol out here and I'll shoot it.
Oh, she gonna shoot it too. Oh my goodness, Granny. All right, Jesus. She said, I'm gonna bring my pistol out here and shoot it. She says, pop, pop, he said that Saturday night special. Skitty keep pop, pop. 10 minutes. Y'all better get the skedaddling out here, bruh. Oh my goodness. She gonna bring her pistol. She probably carried her pistol to work or to church too. She probably got a pistol out there. All right, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a woman out here that says she prefers to be a side chick. This is kind of the dating strategy that we're seeing out here because women are living their best life. We have this sister out here. We're going to call her Sister Soul. All right, Sister Soul's on your internet screen right now. And she says, hey, listen, we sharing this nig. Don't be calling me. Just understand that I'm not going to stop sleeping with your husband or your boyfriend. All right, so let's hear what she's got to say right here. Sister Soul, let's hit it.
To whoever keep calling my phone and hanging up, yes, I am still sleeping with him. I will probably sleep with him till I stop.
Oh, no.
So the same reason why you like him is the same reason why I like him.
Oh.
Figure it out. But stop going through his phone because you're going to get disappointed every time when you see my name pop up.
Oh.
That boy hums when he gives me head.
Oh,
I'm not letting him go.
Oh, Jesus. She says she's not letting them go. Boy, I'm telling you, man, it's tragic out here. Anybody that wants to deny the incel statistics of the 80-20 rule, this is one of the things that will further cement the truth about the 80-20 rule right here. She said, I ain't letting them go. You can leave them alone if you want to, but I ain't going to leave them alone out here. Goodness gracious. All right, do I have a sound effect for this shit right here? All right.
Get him, Daddy.
All right. She was like, hey, man, hey, listen, whoever's wife keeps calling my phone, this dude gonna eat that cat. All right. I don't care what you do. He gonna eat that cat. I'm keeping him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, she gone and nobody else gonna be able to get her. And then people are gonna be like, why you messing with that Mary dude? She ain't gonna care. I always tell you, man, women will say they've never cheated, but they will never say they never messed with a married guy or a man in a committed relationship. So they'll be like, I don't cheat. I don't do stuff like that. Have you ever slept with a married man? Well, I did a long time when I was young and dumb and I was in college. So you are a part of infidelity. All right. But yeah, she out here. I ain't going to leave him. Leave me alone. All right. He come out here. She be eating that cat.
Stop going through his phone because you're going to get disappointed every time when you see my name pop up.
Oh.
That boy hums when he gives me head.
Oh.
I'm not letting him go.
Oh, shit. She said, don't leave me, leave me, leave me. Don't go, don't go. Oh, my goodness. The man hums. All right. She definitely messing with a nasty boy. There's JC. JC is in there probably. He hums when he eats that cat, too. All right. And if a woman finds a guy that can eat that cat, she ain't getting rid of him. All right. Here you go right here. She ain't getting rid of him because most guys don't eat that cat, number one. Number two, most guys don't, if they do it, they don't know how to eat that cat. That's why a lot of women let lickers lick all over them every now and then. But if she finds a guy, because most women don't bust from just penetration, right? They don't bust. We said 80% of women don't bust during penetration. So if you're a guy and you be like, I ain't eating that cat, odds are she ain't getting no satisfaction. Then if you know how to eat that cat like them nasty ninjas do, apparently he will have her squirting. All right, leg shaking. So she ain't gonna leave him. He knows how to eat that cat. The next guy she goes to, he don't eat that cat. She going back to the guy that eats that cat. That's basically what she's saying right here, just so we understand. All right. And he hums. That means he down there eating it like Omarion was eating that watermelon. Was that Omarion? Omarion's a nasty boy. What is it? That was one of them ninjas. Genuine. I can't remember. One of them ninjas from the 90s or the early 2000s. JoJo Inspire is back on my show today. Shout out to JoJo Inspire. She is the JoJo Inspire. If you guys don't know, she's one of my favorite female content creators. All right. And JoJo Inspire is the sociologist I call her the sociologist we didn't think we ever needed. But she can break down dating dynamics in class in a way nobody has been able to do. So if you get a chance, go check out JoJo Inspire on her TikTok channel, JoJo_Inspire. She never shows her face, so I don't know what she looks like. But she breaks down sociology in class and dating like nobody else has ever done it. And she's now going to break down the situation where, let me go ahead and take this down. If many people didn't see, there was a Pop the Bubble contest. And it was a brother he would kind of look like, I guess, a short Suge Knight. All right. A short Suge Knight. And he came to the Pop the Bubble with all his, glittery chains. And he looked quite ridiculous. I meant to pull it up, but I forgot. All right. But he looked quite ridiculous. Let me see if I can actually pull it up briefly, just so you guys can see how ridiculous the guy looks. Now, he went on there and he was, quote unquote, leading with his wallet, which a lot of dating coaches tell you not to do. And yes, he was leading with his wallet in a bad way. But, okay, so I don't have the video up. Apologies for that. I meant to pull it up. So anyway, for those who want to see it, he kind of was a stocky guy, a little fat, probably short. He probably was like between 5'9" and 5'7". I can't really tell. Maybe 5'10". And he had the old knuckle ring. He was talking about popping bottles at the club. Anyway, he had a couple of bad and bougie chicks there. And he had a couple of high class black women there, if you would call them. They were like a good mix. But but JoJo Inspire has broken down this mix. I might have to find it for you just so you can see it. But anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he had tight white pants. And he had the haircut. He had the big Kumo D shades on. He looked ridiculous. So JoJo Inspire is going to break down exactly why he took that L. All right, so here we go right here. He's going to break it down. She's going to talk about sociology class and why men like this don't win in dating.
Video recently went viral with this guy from the Pop the Balloon Challenge. He was leading with his money, going really heavy about all the money he got rejected. Everybody was saying, oh, women don't like when you lead with money and stuff like that. It's a way to do everything, and he just needed the right audience. So let's talk about it. Two type of the highest maintenance black girls are the bad and bougie black girls, elegant high class black girls. He would have did excellently with them. excellent. Trust me, when they act like that, it's for a reason. He would have did really good with the bad and bougie types. The elegant high class types, you can't move like that.
All right. And so here's a lot of people don't realize that that she's already broken these classes of women down. So she's already had the bad and bougie and the elegant high class. She has previous videos where she broke it down. And if you want to see the difference between different type of women, you got to go to her stream where she broke this down. So let's have her continue here.
The positive for him with that is their maintenance is really similar. They get their nails done, they get their hair done, they get waxes, they get facials, they get their teeth whitening, they get lashes. Their maintenance is very similar. Two completely different aesthetics, though. Two completely different aesthetics. This does not work well with her. If he wants to get a girl more elegant and more class in her, he'll have to tone it down. He's going to change his costume a bit.
Oh, no.
You know, hit it with this a little bit.
All right. So she said hit him with the Austin. I always forget his name, but he's a good brother here. She said change his costume. Oh, my goodness. All right. That's an Undertaker bell. Change your costume, which is going to make sense. This is why she's a great sociologist right here. You can't be coming in like you a $2 BMF member. You can't come in there like you like that. She said you got to change Austin Dunham. Thank you. She said you got to go Austin Dunham with your shit. And she's gonna make up why he should have changed it and what level the costume change he should have done. But she said you come in too cool. You came in too hood. You can't go in hood with high class black women, right? If there is some, there are some, but you can't come hood with high class black women. You got to go in a hood with bad and bougies. Now, there were some bad and bougies on that show that popped the balloon, but these were women that are going to employ the dating strategy that we are talking about later. There was a reformed thought. There was a repackaged peace sleeve Christian, and she was with tattoos and everything. And she said, I'm a Christian. I go to church every Sunday. I don't be at the club. Now, this woman was a repackaged thought. All right. But she said, you got to go change your costume. Why you call it JoJo? Man, that's cold. She said, change your fit. All right, so here we go right here. Let's let her break it down. She cooking.
And by this, I mean pretty much same thing, but toned down. You see, tuck it in, pull the chains down a little bit. He'll being able to be more fluid with this one. This is giving a whole nother vibe. He's leading, but she would have loved that. Okay, so people keep forgetting that black people are broken up by class heavily, okay? The suburban blacks versus the hood blacks, two different vibes, okay? Two different aesthetics, okay?
Two different aesthetics. I like that because a lot of people don't acknowledge this. They're like, there's no difference. You still a nigga, right? That's what they'll tell you. But I've been telling you, I'm a classist. I think class is important to understand. So to lump people by race is a misnomer. It's decent. It's a very low frequency thing to do, but you also have to acknowledge there's different classes of black people. Now, being a suburban seems to be a win, but it's not a win when people are like, well, you didn't grow up in the hood. It's kind of used against you. So suburban people will say, y'all can keep that hood shit. But I like that she acknowledges it without being prejudiced to say that there's two classes, at least two classes of this group of people here. So I appreciate that. Where there's suburban people and there's hood people.
Okay. So it doesn't matter what car he pull up in. They're not having it. Okay. I'm gonna give you a personal experience. So I have two very opposite sides of the family. One of my group of my family come from this.
Yes.
Other group of my family heavily comes from this. Okay.
We have that.
Let me pull up with him and bring him to the family cookout.
Yep.
I promise you. I'm gonna get a call soon as 15 minutes after I leave. Your grandma's in the emergency room. What's going on? Yeah, when you brought Darrell, she smelled the weed on Darrell and she just passed out. And they take him to the emergency room to check.
And we just saw that with the one granny that said, I'm gonna bring my pistol. She said, go across the street with that shit. So we just saw that example in real life where he can't go to the suburb party because granny gonna pass out or she gonna bring her pistol out. So we just saw that play out in real life and we can't be denying that very much.
Her lungs. I'd be like, first off, his name is Steven. Okay. And second off, He didn't have no weed. Oh, it must have been fentanyl. It must have been fentanyl. It wasn't no fentanyl. Look, JoJo, he can't come. Grandma's going to the emergency room to get checked out. He can't come. My best advice, stay in the middle, okay? You don't want to go full seasonless dweeb, okay? You don't want to do that. You also don't want to go full Ray in them. You don't. Right in the middle, give you a lot of fluidity. He could have did a lot better. Last thing I'm going to say.
Before she gets into this, because this is pretty good too. So, yeah, great commentary here. She's saying find the middle ground. Go Austin Dunham. But that might be too far for a lot of guys. Like a lot of guys still stuck in Ray and them. They still stuck in Ray and them. They be 40, 50, 60-year-old, and they still stuck. Well, I'll keep it real, right? They refuse to change their costume because that costume fits where they are. And they're, in terms of class, they're high class, but they high class in the hood. Bad and bougie, right? They're not high class in the suburbs where everybody else is assimilated. They're high class in the neighborhood they're in, right? So they still stuck in Ray and them. Now, she's saying you need to change your costume up. If you would have changed his costume up and found a middle ground, he might have done well with those ladies instead of just leading with this wallet. And by the way, a quote from the show, he says he has a private plane and invited one of the high class looking women on his private plane. He was like, I have a private plane. She was like, oh, okay. He was like, you want to get on it? She was like, no. Right? Now, she's going to talk about what he could have done. Now, this shit is funny. By the way, this is not even half comedy. There's 10% comedy in here. Okay. Now, she's going to talk about what he could have done to invite the high class women, but still looked like he was hood. All right. What he could have done. You might not agree with this, but I do like this particular commentary. What he could have done. Let's listen to JoJo.
He wants to leave with money. He has to invite to a high-end restaurant with the higher class. He can't just come out the mouth, oh, I got 30K. No. Invite her to a restaurant and make sure to put that name in it. Make sure to say something you know she know. Tell her the blue duck, to something she know, okay?
She said, tell her the blue duck. So, yes, if you're going to leave with money, this is JoJo saying this. This is not me. If you're going to leave with money, don't just say I got 30K, I got a private plane. Because women aren't impressed with that. You will find suburban women of any race, they're not impressed with that. Bad and bougie chicks, yeah. Instagram skags, yes. But say invite her to a high class restaurant, right? The blue duck. All right, get her on that plane. We're going to use the blue duck. All right, right there. Blue duck. High class ass.
Then get the expensive gifts, shopping sprees, those big flower bouquet, you're fine. But he said he should have said, I want to take you out to and name the nicest day you can come up with.
All right, shout out to her right there. Now, of course, we don't advise that for most guys because most guys don't got it like that, and you'll be spending your yearly budget on one woman and you will be done. Now, however, she's talking about that guy leading with his wallet, right? That guy leading with his wallet. So she's talking specifically about that guy, that type of guy. Why it was a bad vibe, why it didn't work with the contestants on the show. And she said, if he would have told her to come to the blue duck, right? If he would have said shopping spree, I will guarantee you they would have went. Okay, I can guarantee you with a 100% certainty, if he would have said, we going to the blue duck and we going on the shopping spree, they going. All right, they going. All right. So anyway, that's what it is. And, that's what type of shit it is. And get her one of them. When you get her a bouquet of flowers, you got to get her the 3 or 4 dozen. The one shit that she can put on Instagram. That's another way, again, leading with the wallet. Again, I don't advise this. This is not my advice. This is not my advice. But that's what she's saying he should have did in order to attract the woman, because he was there to attract the woman. I'm not telling you, again, let me say this again, because you dumb niggas will not hear me. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that I do this. What I'm saying is she's saying his type, where he was trying to attract those group of women, that's how he could have led with his wallet. You see what I mean? That's how he could have led with his wallet, instead of saying, I got 30K teeth in my mouth, which he said. He also said, you want to get on my private plane. Didn't work. All right. Again, they might have worked behind the scenes, but it didn't work for him. So she's saying you could have said the blue duck. You could have said shopping spree. You could have said big bouquet of roses, and you would have won. All right, so that's JoJo. Go check out her page there. She got a lot of funny breakdowns on social dynamics. And that's Straggle and Sniggle Theater already.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
All right, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. I don't even have my banner anyway. These aren't going to get edited anyway. All right, but anyway, let me get to some contributors. We got this evil world we live in, featuring an OnlyFans woman that suggests that she makes $4 million a month. That's what it says on my screen here. Then we'll have the main event. Let me put my microphone down. Does my mic sound nice? Somebody said I do this. All right, niggas is out here rich. All right, see y'all rich niggas out here. Hey man, let me tell you, brothers. I'm gonna tell you, man. As a person that is on the monetized dating marketplace, that's what I do. I do monetized dating. Man, the fantasy that women have in their head about, and this isn't all women. This could be a lot of them though. The fantasy that women have in their head about men taking them shopping, dropping money on them, giving them big bouquet of roses, taking them to get a bag. Yes, I'm talking about even older women. And these aren't just like the slags. Although you see it a lot more on the monetized side, but there are some women that are not truly on the monetized side that want to go on a shopping spree, like the pretty woman treatment. Lots of them want that. They just want you to whisk them away spontaneously on a vacation. Hey, come here. Don't mess with my plug. You're gonna undo the whole operation, Nova. All right. But there are a lot of women that just be like, I just want you to take me and whisk me away on a vacation. You're just like, huh? Let me just say this. In order for me to buy an airline ticket, I would need advance notice of your full government name and birthday. I would need that. Ladies, I'm just letting you know. Me spontaneously taking you on an airplane and I barely know you, or me flying you in, how spontaneous would it be if I don't know your full first, middle, and last name and your birthday? I can't buy a plane ticket for your ass. Like what? New world order. Why you barking? Here, come here. Come on. Everything's gonna be all right. Go sit. So how possibly spontaneous could this be? Now, if I knew who you were, right, and we've been together for a long time, then it makes sense. Then I would be able to spontaneously do this. But they want men to literally spontaneously do this. But now, ladies, let's just say this. If I said to you, hey, what's your full first and last name? I'm getting to know you. What's your birthday? I need the year, the day, and the month. Anybody? Why you need to know all that? I just want to know, just for reasons. Reasons. I just want to know, when's your birthday? First, yeah, what is it? January 18th, 2002. All right, yes, I got you. I'm normally dealing with women who were born in the 2000s, so bear with me. I'm not dealing with a lot of women that were born in the 1900s. All right, so 2000 and typically 1999. That's about the lowest I've been in the recent past. All right, 1999, 2000, 2002. All right, what's the lowest I've had recently? I can't tell you. All right, but it's lower than you think. 2005. All right, but I'm telling you, man, a lot of these things they want you to do, and it's like these aren't spontaneous things that you do to just plan a trip. Oh, you know what? Planes fired up. We're going to Costa Rica. But in their mind, you could just do this. Hey, planes fired up. All right. I need you to leave work right now. I don't know what traffic is looking like. We got a plane fired up leaving at 3:00. All right. And it's Friday night. I need you to leave work now. We're headed to Costa Rica. Come on, baby. Get on your high horse. Let's go. Nah, you don't need a bag. I got bags here. We got the Louis Vuitton bag. I got the Birkin bag. We got bags packed up. I got panties. I done bought panties your size and all of that shit. And when we get where we're going, we going shopping, bitch. We going shopping. As soon as we get there, you don't need no clothes. Just bring you on your period. Fuck it. I don't care. I should have known you were on your period, but fuck it. I don't need to have sex with you. I'm being spontaneous. Come on, bring your tampons and all that shit. Let's go. I got motherfucking bags and panties. Where we going? I got you, baby. I got you and shit. And we going shopping when we touch down. Right there, Costa Rica, downtown. We getting you clothes and all that shit. And you ain't even gonna be in that many clothes. But I got dresses your size. What's your size? Size 2? I got you. Dress size 2, baby. All right, dress size 2, baby. I got you. I bought you some shit already and some high heel shoes. Baby, bring your ass. 3 o'clock. Flight's leaving. Right? They're gonna be like, oh, I can't leave work. Huh? You can't leave work? Baby, I bought you a ticket. We gone for the next 5 days. Shit, we might stay another 5 days. Come on. I need a babysitter for my son. Oh, bitch, like, babysitter for your son? I'm trying to be spontaneous, you bitch. All right, anyway. All right, look, I'm telling you, if you did it, most women couldn't qualify for it. They can't drop what they doing and then pivot and do and go in your direction. They come up with 50 guys. You can't even get a woman to show up on time to go to the Blue Duck. Just going to the Blue Duck, they gonna have all kind of troubles and shit getting home from work. Now, how in the hell am I going to be spontaneous and give you the life? Bitch, we going to Vegas, touching down, we going shopping. Right there in Caesar's Palace, the Forum Club. Let's go, baby. Get your shit out. Let's go. And we gonna start off at the Blue Duck. Fuck Nobu. Everybody been to Nobu. We going to the Blue Duck. All right, take off work. Call your boss right now. Tell him you sick for the rest of the day, baby. We on a flight to Vegas, going to the Forum Shopping Club. We about to shop till we drop. They're going to come up with 11 excuses as to why they can't do it. Well, you disqualified. That's why I only mess with women that were born in the year 2000. Right? Because they can get off of work. All right. They work at the fucking Boot Barn and shit like this. They can get off work. We got our brother here, and it is Drake Tolman says, salute and happy days to you, CGA, and all your free agents. People need to be careful with these technologies. They're made to control, not actually help. Anytime you get technology, and Drake Tolman is right, anytime you get technology and they give it to you willingly for free, you the customer, not only you the customer, you the commodity. You would think that good technology like this will come at a cost, right? It's not for you. Key himself says, I shared your content with the lawyer who now shares your content with his clients. He says the courts are not biased against men. He says men lose because they don't come to win. He referred to two current clients. One is a guy who doesn't have his paperwork in order. And you say the other one is, well, you didn't continue to chat. All right. So, but a shout out to the lawyer that watches me, the warrior lawyers that say that. And I would agree with him. Men lose in court because they don't come to win. Dude, I've seen men come in there ready to lose. I'm like, nigga, you shouldn't even showed up. All right. Don't even show up. And I have a lot of men that have called me for coaching clients and coaching conversations. And they like, man, my wife divorcing me. What do I do? I'm like, Nick, you just go sit there? I mean, I get it. A few couple of days you're stunned, but dudes just be sitting there and acting like I'm going to do the paperwork for them. They don't want to do the research. They don't want to do anything. Guys, I don't even know what state you live in. I can't tell you how to come in and win. All right, but dudes don't come in and win. And in fact, I'm going to say this, and I said this the other day. Most men lose custody because they don't even contest it. Not because they lost the custody battle. Everybody understand that? I'm telling you this. Most people can't tell you this. I can tell you this for a certainty. Most men get bad child support and bad custody agreements because they don't fight. They don't even show up. They don't even respond to the legal, after getting served. They don't even respond. And they let a default judgment go in. And then when the default judgment is set and she runs right to child support and gets you for $2,000 a month, $800 a month in the hillbilly section, then y'all want to fight. Oh, what do I do now, coach? Oh, that's what you got. Right? Here's the deal. You've already established with that judge that you didn't give a fuck. So you think now that you're going to respond now, a year later, 2 years, 3 years later, and that judge is going to show that showed that you didn't fight the first time? You shit out of luck. You shit out of luck. All right, but men don't understand that. And so Key himself is right in the fact that most men don't fight. And if they do fight, they don't come in to fight. Remember, I went in and I was like, this is war. And people will disagree with me because they're like, well, that's your mom. That's the mother of your children, your children's mother. I was like, no, we at war. And I took that. I said, we're at war. We going in full fisticuffs. I was like, this is war. Right? I went Rambo on that bitch. Because a lot of people, she didn't anticipate me going Rambo. Okay, I can't click the, maybe I can click the kill. But I went, they thought I wasn't going to fight. And I think that was her entire strategy. That was her lawyer strategy, and that was her strategy. She was like, they're going to see all of this, and he going to give up. And I was like, pfft. And I fought the whole entire way. All right, and then she drove herself crazy. Shout out to the pimped out platypus says, these brothers are right. He says, I just invested in the Westgate Owners Program in the separate tower. I now have access into a whole new world. Shout out to you. New this is a fact. You got, man, I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of, this type of level up content that I have. It really rubs men the wrong way because men want us to just accept defeat. They don't want to fight. They kind of want some sort of miraculous thing to come in, like Sharia law. Sharia law. And this is a miracle. This is a miraculous thing that would actually have to take place. And you guys would have to have and lose blood, sweat, and tears to be able to do something like that. Not only that, you would have to actually support women. There are men that don't want to support women. Like, I mean, that's your entire goal in life. Well, Sharia law is literally patriarchy that supports women. Now, it restricts their rights significantly, but you have to imprison yourself in order to restrict those rights. Meaning that if you see a woman come outside and she's showing her ankles, immediately pimp backhand slap. Ain't nobody doing it now. What makes you think you're going to do it then? But again, when I tell men, nah, man, your strategy is to save yourself, sink or swim. Get yourself to a point of leverage or elevated position so that you can see everything coming. Then know it's coming. Doesn't mean nothing's coming. Doesn't mean you have power over women. Doesn't mean you're going to win. But at least you have the leverage to make your own decision, to get a flight, to move to a different neighborhood. And this is an individual process. If you're out here, well, I want my family to be, well, I can't do it. I can't help you if you want to save your family. Because we got a lot of save my family ass niggas in here too. I got to save my family. I want all of my brothers and my 9 sisters, and I want all of my uncles and my aunts, all the crackhead relatives. You know what I mean? Y'all all want to rise up together off the plantation, off the Geechee farm. Hey, man, y'all can have that. Man, listen, that ain't my strategy. That's not my strategy. That don't come included. But yeah, you got to get to an elevated position. And we are telling men to take your own life in the free agent lifestyle. Become a free agent, elevate your position. But if you want to have Thanksgiving dinner with your family every year and Christmas with your family every year for the next 30 years, hey, man, go ahead and live that life. And I'm not saying you should be ashamed of that life. But y'all not just having family meetings on how y'all going to start car washes and then make a lot of money and shit. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to start a car wash in the alley. We're going to get all family T-shirts, all purple and gold, and we're going to get our family name and crest on the back. Then we all going to be out here washing cars. All right, and then that's how y'all think y'all about to get rich. All right, and I'm like, bro, that ain't it for me. That's not in my strategy. Shout out to Leo K. He gives me a link, but I can't click it from here. But I have you on my iPad, so I can't click it. All right, but thank you, man. That's the clip of the goofy. Sergeant Tony says, no disrespect to this female code breaker, but at the end of the day, those pop the balloon ladies rejected that dude on account of sexuality appearance. He says right here, in 2024, females want it all, and dude didn't have it all. Looks, simp, high, muscle, and money. What was he missing? Which one was he missing? Because he was muscular. I mean, he just wasn't excessively tall. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. Let me see if I can pull it up, because it will explain a lot. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, Leo K pulled it up on the reel. Okay, so this is the clip. Let me see. This is the clip of the guy. So now that we can have context for the people that didn't see it, since people are referring to it.
Ever been on a private jet before?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I want to find out.
No.
All right, we got definitely Sniggle Puppet. So yeah, take a look at this guy. I mean, this guy is, yeah, man. Hey, listen, in my opinion, this guy ain't it. I mean, now if you somewhere in Houston or Miami, I don't know, the Miami Brickell, what's it? Brickell. I mean, this wouldn't even pop off on Brickell. All right, this is definitely Miami Gardens. Let me name a couple of the places. Houston. Right, these are the only places that would come to mind. New Orleans. Okay. Yeah, you couldn't do this in Los Angeles, Ninja. You definitely would get skitty pop pop. Atlanta. Yeah, I guess Atlanta. I can see this in Atlanta too, but this would be a little, because Atlanta is hood bougie. I mean, they don't do ninjas be running around like this in Zone 6. I don't think ninjas are definitely running around. This is giving me Houston vibes. All right, so this is giving me Houston. Like, nowhere else could you pull this off. I mean, you definitely couldn't go to Sugarland like that, though. All right, so Florida, yeah. So this is definitely Florida. This is giving Florida. And he thinks he's doing something. Guys, this guy would not pop off in any other community other than Houston and Florida. Okay, this is a little too much. Okay, this is too much. All right, hold on for a second. He says, you ever been on a private plane before? And there he is. There's his appearance. He has severely tight jeans on. I mean, that's the style. By the way, the young guys aren't wearing tight jeans anymore, meaning young Gen Z boys. He got a medium shirt on, extra medium. All right, tight like a motherfucker, but I wear tight shirts too, so I can't talk. And he probably smells really good. And that definitely is not his real hairline. But I'm not, listen. This is too much. All right. And so there's the girl right here. So is she high class? I would give her high class escort. All right. I don't know if I would say she's a high class woman. Let's zoom in on her. I mean, she ain't low class. She looking like LaToya Jackson a little bit. You know, her weave, she looking like a Straglana girl. She definitely giving Straglana. I would put her in the bad and bougie conversation. But, you know, there's different classes of black folks. Some of them I don't deal with. So people would probably call her high class. I would have to know about her background. You just can't dress high class with a pencil skirt and a motherfucking blouse. I mean, high class women don't show off their midriff. Typically, high class women don't show off their midriff. They're not going to show off their midriff. Just kind of like when JoJo talked about the Pookie needs to change their costume. High class women. Now you will have women that roll with ninjas like as escorts and sugar babies. All right, but high class women don't show off their midriff like that. I mean, when they go show off their midriff, they're gonna have a bikini on. All right, somebody says she's from an African country. Okay, well, she ain't bad looking. Yeah. So he wanted to throw her on the private plane, and she said no.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Okay, so that wasn't a complete rejection. She said no, not yet. So JoJo said, invite her to the Blue Duck. Oh, Memphis. Yes, Memphis. How did I forget about Memphis? That definitely is giving Memphis. All right, I forgot about Memphis. Yeah, Memphis for sure. But she said not yet. All right, so that wasn't a no. So maybe she's looking for Blue Duck. Maybe she's looking for a shopping. Like, to get a woman on a plane and in a car is very difficult to do. So, you know, even if you're wealthy, some women do jump on a plane with a guy, but, you know, A woman can come up missing jumping on some man's plane. He from Chicago. That's another city I forgot. Why didn't I forget Chicago? Definitely Chicago, Detroit, Milwaukee, Indianapolis. More Chicago, definitely Detroit and Milwaukee. He definitely giving those vibes. I mean, but you could get shot in some of these areas like this. But yeah, I would never even invite a woman on my plane or a boat without knowing her at least. That's dangerous. Shout out to Joshua Moon, says you will never, ever, ever save money while cohabitating. Never. Never, never, never. Actually, somebody sent me a Reddit of a guy figuring out that he's rich. What happened? How did he figure out he was rich? He left. He broke up with his girlfriend. All right. He broke up with his girlfriend. That's how he figured out he was rich. Where's my sound effect? One of the things I tell men, and men are slowly realizing this, every now and then you guys will send me a clip from a content creator and they're realizing that money, energy, attention, and time, you always gonna spend. You're always gonna spend. But this guy simply broke up with his girlfriend. He had $300 extra in his bank account. Most people will not realize that if you cohabitate or date, when you break up, you're gonna save money. You don't save money. All right. You ain't gonna lose no money breaking up. You're gonna come up with your wallet gonna be fat because most of your money is being hemorrhaged out in your dating. All right, it's being hemorrhaged. We got 3 more, and then we'll get on with the evil world we live in. Shout out to Pro Man Explainer. Pro Mansplainer. He says a tuxedo on a man is like a bikini on a woman. Lesson is dressed down plain to move in silence and violence. Indeed. So, yeah, you put on a suit tuxedo, women are going to go crazy, even if you look like Ruben Studdard with a pack of hot dogs on the back of your neck. But a tuxedo, a well-dressed man is going to catch attention. And please, when I say well-dressed, do not just go get a suit. You need to get a tailor. Right here. One of the most expensive things that men can buy on the cheap is a tailor. Tailor your clothes or know what kind of clothes fit on you. These are 2 things that will change your life. All the things that we do like if you follow style too much, style can lead you astray. Like because style can change. Like you can have slim fit jeans. Then the next year they're baggy jeans. If you follow that style, you might be out of style. Classic look, fitted clothes, very regular, tailored. You're going to go shoot and then clothes that actually fit you, that fit your body, even if you're overweight or short or slim. Ninja will take you to the stratosphere. That's what JoJo was saying. Change your costume. Yep. Classic fit never goes out of style. So you can, the style can change to, remember them suits where they were penguin ass ninjas, where they got them tight ass suits. All right. And they had the motherfucking Boys to Men's sweater, and they had that tight ass suit on, and they had the motherfucking pants that was tight as a motherfucker, and they got the ankle showing, they ashy ass ankles. That's a style. That style comes and goes. All right. Now, 5 years ago, you was hitting. Today, you would look kind of like, oh, look at this nigga with this tight ass, and he got the capri pants and his penguin suit. It's going to look a little bit odd as the time changes, but classic always works. So I always stick with classic. All right, classic always works. But anyway, and if you don't want attention from women, then just dress down, all the way down. If you're a guy that thinks that women are going to come after you and target you and you're wealthy and you want to dress down, I've seen a guy worth millions of dollars dress down and the women ignored him. Not to say that they would have liked him with the money, but we know how women work. Money's important. If they would have knew he was worth what he was worth at that particular time, they would have gave him attention for sure. But he didn't have a section. This ninja came to a nightclub in a white t-shirt. It wasn't a white dude. It was a Jewish dude. All right. It was a little Jewish guy. And he came in there completely dressed down. And he got ignored. And he wasn't trying to get women's attention, but he was just, just chilling. He wasn't trying to be all in their face, but I remember he had a conversation with a woman and the woman kind of just looked them up and down. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, they don't even know. But he wasn't dressed apart. He wasn't dressed apart like that one brother right up here. When you dressed apart to show you got money, and I'm going to tell you, man, most people in nightclubs are broke anyway. All right, so that's number one. Number two, they're probably down bad somehow, esteem-wise. Number three, if they are dressing like they got a lot of money, doesn't mean they got a lot of money. Sometimes they might be a hustler or some sort of scammer or something like that. That's definitely a scammer uniform. So it gives, and also an entrepreneur guy might be like, hey, look, I can do whatever I want to do. I don't have to dress like the normal, right? I don't have to wear a suit. I don't have to have a tailor. I can wear what I want. I make $1 million a year. No, that's the result. And he showed up there and he still got skitty pop pop. All right, shout out to our brother Kalen. Last one. What's up, coach? If men from fathers and husbands were in control of their wives' sexuality, where there'll be less side chicks and more why do you want that? Right? Why do you want to be in control of women's sexuality? Now, I think a lot of men think they want that because I don't really know. I don't really know if we want to be in control of their sexuality. Let me see here. Because what they will tell you is in order to imprison someone, you got to imprison yourself. But what you're trying to do is I think what you're trying to do is go back to a point where women will get penalized for being out of control sexually, which there was a time for that. Scarlet Letter, that ship has sailed. That ship is sailed. But when you imprison someone, you got to imprison yourself. The same thing as if you put your kids on punishment. If you put your kids on punishment and you say, you can't leave the house for 2 days, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have to stand there and you can't leave the house because you're watching your kid you're watching your kid whether they can leave the house. So now you don't leave the house. So be careful with this mindset of trying to say if men control their woman's sexuality. In today's world, that ship has sailed. Okay. This is not something that is going to be something that we're ever going to get back. I mean, and then to control their sexuality, now I got to watch where she going. All right, where you going, bitch? Put your location on. All right, who you talking to? Why you cheating on me? Like, I don't think this is going to work. Enforcement. Yeah, now you got to be the enforcer to make sure your kid don't leave the house and jump out the window. Now you out. Where you going? What you doing? He says being a side chick isn't something to celebrate. Women love to settle for less with their sex. Well, this is going to come up later on in this strategy. This is going to come up. I don't think they love to settle for less. I think they're getting here. I'm going to say this again. And this is important. I want you to write this down and I want you to remember this. This is very important. Every time a woman is having sex consensually, it's exactly what she wanted. Now, many of us wrestle with this. Many of us men wrestle with this. This is a point of contention that you guys are fighting, and I'm saying it's not worth the fight. Every time a woman had sex consensually, it's exactly what she wanted to do. She wanted to do that. Now, in our world, we get to allow her to wriggle out of it and change the narrative and remove consent after the fact or blame the guy. All these broke bums I gave pussy to, now all of a sudden, okay, listen, let me bring it back. Let me break it back. When you was getting your guts throttled, that's exactly what you wanted to do. Now, when it was on an air mattress, you chose to get your guts pushed in on an air mattress. You chose for Ray Ray and Pookie to hit. That's exactly what you wanted. We can no longer, as men, we're changing your mindset. What Kayla's suggesting isn't freedom. I want men to move freely. Every time she sold some pussy, every time she got a train ran on her, every time she let her husband hit, every time, that's exactly what she wanted, or she intended to get something from it and didn't get it. That's when they remove consent. But not many women have regret from the actual experience. They have regret from who they gave it to, in the condition that they gave it to, when it happened. They might have some sort of regret. They didn't get something from it. That's where the regret comes in. When we change our mindset to understand that when women have sex, they're not the victim. She wanted to do that. See, this is almost, it agrees with feminists, but then it gives them accountability at the same time. That's why the feminists and women disagree with me, because I'm giving them accountability. You chose him. Now, here's where the problem is. They want to change, later on in the show, we're going to get to this. They want to change the price along the way, right? So it was worth the air mattress fuck. Now that fuck is worth a trip to Costa Rica. Do I have the buzzer here? I need the buzzer. Now that part is where men struggle with. Wait a minute. You was getting a train lane at 16 in the bushes by 6 ninjas, and while you was getting trained, you was rolling a joint with one hand and you was jerking another ninja off with another. Pause. So that's the price now. Now that's how men see it. They say, wait, that's what they paid. Why am I paying another price? I know, ladies, you don't have to agree with this, because I give a damn if you agree with it or not. It don't make no difference. No, never mind. You can't just say I'm in another era. I'm in my journey era. I'm in my soft girl era. Hey, that don't change the part where you was getting fucked in the bushes by 6 niggas. Like, that don't change that part. That's the price. You not now you running a higher price. Now you just raise the price. So that's where men struggle with it. It's like, wait, hold up. That's kind of like when dudes, these dirty Mac ass ninjas, be running around here. Wait, you let my homie hit? Why you ain't let me hit? If you let 2 of the homies hit, why am I not hitting? All right, man, look, I got some Venmos that I need to pay attention to, so I don't want to get too far behind. Let me get it, and then we'll go to the next one. Shout out to our brother Jabari. He says, yo, coach, could you review Cam Newton and a guy named Rollo? He's a rapper, where Rollo talks about his mom and how she used men when he was a kid. Now she uses him. All right, shout out to you. I'm going to check that out. I haven't seen that, but I'll check it out. DJ B Fit says rapid weight loss without muscle building causes loose skin. He says collagen peptides can help tighten it over time, but results take months, combined with strength training, good nutrition, and patience. Shout out to DJ B Fit. Thank you for adding that in. Adding muscle as your, and by the way, fat doesn't turn to muscle. All right, that's a normie talking point that I hear people say. I want to firm up. I want to turn this fat into muscle. That's not how it works. The body don't work like that. You got to burn fat, build muscle. All right, but he's saying you got to build the muscle as you lose fat, which is why strength training to me is always and forever going to be the only way to do it. There's a lot of ways to do it, but they're just kind of fads. I don't believe in fads. Strength training is the tried and true winner in all of these fad pursuits of fitness. But I find that most people don't want to do it because it's extremely hard. And as he said, you have to have patience and good nutrition and habits. So you actually have to fix your habits. This is why people don't do it. They do everything but lift the goddamn weight. They'll walk around on bungee shoes. They'll jog for 45 miles. They'll do everything but lift the weight. They'll do everything but have patience. They'll puncture themselves with Ozempic pins. They'll do sculpting and fat loss. They'll do everything but lift some goddamn weights because it takes a long time. All right, but yeah. He says, yeah, obese people eat like bodybuilders, but don't work out like bodybuilders. Yep, they do the eating. I'm bulking. Oh, you're in bulking season, huh? All right, man, shout out to you, man. It's the evil world we live in. Strength training to me is undefeated. If you ever wanted to make a change, is get into strength training and be obsessed with it. You're going to lose some damn weight. I mean, it's going to happen. By the way, it's a byproduct of everything you're doing, but you got to want to do it. You have to want to do it. You can't show me anybody that's engaging in weight training, which is living heavy shit and putting it down, that ain't losing no weight. All right. Anybody engaging in that for a long period of time is going to most likely be in decent shape, because that's a byproduct. That's going to happen. But when you hop, skip, and you change fat, and you be going to all of these diets, and what about the fucking Paleolithic diet? And what about this diet? And I don't care about all that shit, man, bruh. Get up in there, pick up shit, drop shit. That's what you're going to do. Pick it up, put it down. 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 Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 50, week 150. Pick it up, put it down. That's what you're going to fucking do, and you're going to like it. It's an evil world we live in. I think I have a sound effect.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, anyway. If you don't want to do that, good luck. All right, so anyway, it's the evil world we live in. Oh, man, this woman says on, and I'm promoting her page, unfortunately, here, but this is a hot topic. Now, some of you sucker MCs are going to subscribe. This woman's name is Sophie Rain. Sophia Rain, or Sophie Rain. She's an OnlyFans content creator. She claims she's making $4 million a month. I think she's lying, but let's talk about it. I have not seen her content, but let's go ahead and hear the video.
Are aware that like you're the final boss when it comes to OF, right? Is that what they say? Yeah. Is that what they call it? Mm-hmm. And I know you saw the clip of Julia making $400,000 a month, so I just need to know, like, how much are you making a month?
I don't know if I don't really want to hurt your feelings. I just don't
hurt my feelings. What do you mean?
I don't want to say.
You don't have to say. Just show me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I won't break your phone.
All right. The girl you're seeing here, which is the girl next door look. She has a girl next door look. People underestimate the girl next door look. All right. The teenager next door. Let's just say that. Right. Because that's going to play a part in this story. She looks like a teenager. All right. I know people are going to be like, well, these men looking at this girl. She looks like a teenager, right? She looks like your next door neighbor girl. These women do very well online. It is not the BBL'd up. BBLs are for poor niggas. So them women ain't going to make a bag. Some of them are, some of them aren't. They're going to make a short bag. But the girl next door, they're going to make his bag as long as they can look young. Let's see what the answer is. All right, you see she has no eyelashes. She has not heavy makeup. Her hair is flat and straight. It's long, typically indicative of an adolescent or a woman in college. So, like, she don't got all the heavy makeup on and the eyelashes, right? So that woman's going to do well. There's also another woman here. I know I'm interrupting it. There's also another woman that does very well, but she doesn't do OnlyFans. I think her name, I can't remember her name, but she dances. I can't remember her name, but she was very popular like 5 years ago. She probably still does well. Charlie D'Amelio was a girl next door. She had plain Jane hair, no dye in it, very nondescript body, flapjacks. She wasn't curvaceous. She just looked young, right? She looked like the girl next door. I think even that one girl, Olivia Dunn, is kind of a girl next door, although she has the blonde hair. She's kind of a girl next door. A lot of people don't know why those women do well. All right, but those women do exceptionally well online. Do they do $4 million a month? All right, that is the question, and I'm going to answer that.
I actually like kind of tearing up. $4 million?
All right, so there it is right there, $4 million. Well, as you can see, she's a little adolescent-looking young woman here. She does have 5 million followers on Instagram. She has 7 million on TikTok, where it matters. Can she do 4 million a month? Listen, I know. I don't know if she could do that. I'm pretty sure she does well for herself with that amount of TikTok followers and Instagram people. And then if she does have OF, which she does, she probably makes a pretty penny. $4 million is going to get people talking, and she's going to actually help herself put more money in her pocket right now. All right, because everybody's talking about her, which is one of the problems. Everybody fell for this marketing trick. That would be $48 million a year. And I would probably say probably not. I'm going to say probably not, but I'm going to say this. Most people are still unaware of how much money people make on social media. which makes me understand this. It is mind-boggling the opportunities that people miss. Go join the money mindset. Social media personalities make a lot of money. Okay, it is the new gold. This is the digital gold rush. So while I might not believe $4 million, but judging how I understand social media to work, I mean, it's possible. Right? It certainly is possible, especially if you're on OnlyFans. All right, it is possible. With that amount of Instagram follows and TikToks, I wouldn't put anything past anybody because you can earn lots of money on social media. Okay, then you include anything she has on Facebook. I don't know what her platforms look like. I haven't done any research. But if you're getting eyeballs, you get money, right? And a lot of people don't. I remember Country Wayne came out and said how much money he was making, and people said no. And I was like, yes, he's making that money. Now, people are saying the IRS and all this stuff. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure she's paying her cut. She's paying her cut. But social media right now is the digital gold rush. And you guys are running out of opportunities because people are set in their ways on who they follow. So it's hard to rise up the way people are rising up 5 years ago and 10 years ago. People were able to rise up. A lot of the people that you're seeing rising up, they are not just starting yesterday. They've been putting in the work for 3, 4, 5 years. Kai Cenat, 5 years. Some of your biggest YouTubers been putting in the work for 19 years, 16 years, 15 years. But yeah, if you got ads and monetized, I'm telling you, man, listen, $4 million a month seems obscene, but let's just go with it and see how she's doing it because we have a YouTuber that broke it down. Now, this is where it gets weird because a lot of people are losing their mind. They're going, these simps are paying these women and society's over because of the simps. Well, we told you, number one, that the primary target group for OnlyFans is married men. Yep, you got sponsorship. And I mean, there's so many damn things you can get on social media. It's ridiculous. And by the way, join the money mindset. We can break this down for you. We break it down for you. You can make a shit ton of money if you got eyeballs. Now, people are blaming the simps, but married men are the number one target for OnlyFans and porn in general and sex workers. So number one, married men that have an affinity to liking younger girls and younger women, they're going to eat this up because married men ain't really, they'll follow anybody. But here's the thing, and I'm going to say this, and people are not going to agree. They're going to think it's creepy. Lots of married men like younger women. Not all of them. And this is a secret. And this is what they call a guilty pleasure. Married men love younger women. I don't care how old their daughters are. This is a fact. Now, anybody that ever wants to deny this, see a strip club, see an escort, see an OnlyFans girl. It's mostly married men. Somebody said, am I married? Okay, my Lord have mercy. Nicole asked, are you married? Nicole, I want you to go back, exit this video, go pick up my book, or go see any video of me from the 4 years ago. Any fucking video. Nicole, go to any fucking video. You can answer this question easily. I mean, to ask this question makes you look like the biggest moron ever in my chat. You actually don't know who the fuck you are listening to right now. Like, come on. I mean, like, you don't even know. Yeah, start from the beginning. First video. And by the way, most of my videos have been deleted off this platform from the last 6 years. So ninjas, just start with any video. Go find Coach Greg Adams. Find somebody reviewing my content, you idiot. I mean, come on. What day is this? Is this Slow People's Day? Is this Slow People's Day? You literally asked me, bro, you didn't do no research. People are lazy. You got to be the laziest individual in the comment section that ever type in my comment section. Like, come on, bro. Look at this. All right, we're going to have to kick her out, bro. Somebody kick her out, please. What a moron. All right, anyway. What kind of goofy is this? All right, so anyway, before you type in here, please don't be a moron. Now, here's the next thing. I'm going to say this again. Lots of married men love younger women. They won't tell you this, but they have a desire for them that doesn't go away. One of the reasons why marriages tend to not work today is because the woman that they married got older. And they want that younger version, the younger woman that they married, they probably secretly desire this. This is the whole thing about trading the wife in that was very prevalent before the family law codes struck men down in the 80s and 90s. Men would take their wives, get them up to a certain point, then trade them back in for a younger model. So anybody denying this is absolutely insane. Okay, men will always, no matter what their age are, they will almost always look at, not always, because there's a lot of low-hanging fruit and catfish ninjas in here. The scrap sexuals, there's a lot of scrap sexuals here. But most men are going to desire younger women, meaning that they would like to just talk to a younger woman. They want to put hands on hips on a younger woman. Now, that doesn't mean they want to date them or marry them or be around them very long, but it gets their juices flowing, their creativity. They have something called a muse. A muse. Men, married and single, used attractive young women to get inspiration from. Not some old dingy, dingy bat. Not no old soggy titty ass woman. They were never a muse. Most men used younger, attractive women as a source of inspiration. Now, I'm the only one that's going to bring clarity here, because a lot of you men are the normies of the red pill. All you're going to say is these simps, as if that's going to solve the problem. I'm bringing you clarity. These simps making these hoes famous. Okay, and now what? What are you going to do? And who is these simps? Who are they? And what would you do if you found one that was buying her content? Nothing. It doesn't solve the problem. I'm showing you where the issue lies and giving you a detailed explanation of why this is occurring. Again, I don't believe she's making $4 million a month. She could be making half of that. But these simps buying these girls are giving these men giving these women NBA contract numbers. And what? She gonna have to pay the IRS, and she probably does. Okay, she pays her IRS bill. Now what? Because I'm pretty sure she got somebody making sure she paying that IRS. And by the way, when you're making $4 million a year, let's just say she's making $48 million a year. I don't believe it, but let's just say it. I'm pretty sure somebody's taking the taxes out. And she probably don't even miss it. That's right. She still got $24 million left to live off of, or whatever she's got. So this space has to understand, does this help move the needle by clearly saying and being enraged that these women are making this type of money? Does this help you? She's going to have to pay taxes on it. She does. These simps are making her rich. They are. Right? Now what? What we have to do is say, we're in a new time, a new marketplace. We're in a new example of women exercising their independence and their sexual freedom, and they're making money off of it. Now what? Because it ain't going to stop. We need to get rid of OnlyFans. It ain't going to happen. Again, a lot of young men don't know how to handle this. I'm the only one that's bringing a reality out of it. Because you think I'm trying to justify it. And I ain't trying to save this shit. They making what they're making. You want me to save it. What you want me to do? Stop the simps from buying it? They aren't. What you want us to do, to put a red S on their chest? It won't work. It ain't going to stop it anytime soon. I'm going to give you an explanation of why this is happening. And I told you this was going to happen. Now we're in the digital sexual marketplace. What did I tell you? We're in the monetized sexual marketplace. Crashing out ain't gonna help. You calling her a hoe in the skeezer ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help. It's far too late. That ship is sailed. You can adapt to it or you can ignore it. I ignore it. I really don't care about women like this. Right? I really don't care about them making that money, because I'm gonna go get my own money. She's not gonna help or harm me. Matter of fact, I'll put hands on her hips if she got a price. What I want to know is, what's the price? Right? But these aren't your women anymore, and they're clearly exercising this freedom. Adapt. But men aren't adapting. You're not adapting. You're literally up here trying to fight reality. And guess what? You didn't see 5 years go by and her money skyrocket. And you still up here talking about these simps making her rich. I'm telling you, I want to take y'all to an elevated level on this platform because you guys are settling for 2018 content and it's pathetic. Why don't you get your own money and maybe you could put hands on her? I don't want her. Okay, why are you worried about how much money she's making? Men are trying to control women and they're not ours anymore. They're not to be controlled anymore. Now, we're going to talk about what happens later on. This woman could take the later on dating strategy. This is when, if you have leverage, you're in a better position to deal with it. Let me show you this. This guy broke it down, how she's making her money, and I want you to listen. I want you to listen. Okay? I don't care about how much money she's making. I'm trying to find out how she made the money. All right? And what simps is paying the money, because obviously y'all going right from my channel to go to her channel and paying her, but y'all motherfuckers ain't paying me shit. All right? But there's that reality where supposedly one of these podcasters that bring the girls on is their digital pimp. He takes a cut, allegedly, of the girl's money. Uh-oh. See, did you know that? But you think these guys are heroes and they figured out how to finesse your simp ass, and you watch their podcast every motherfucking day, and he got 6 girls up there and they got IGs and OnlyFans, and allegedly he taking a cut of a IG and a OnlyFans to promote it. Uh-oh. Yep, and Andrew Tate got y'all up here and he pushing girls right in your face and y'all going to support him. Uh-oh. But y'all want to talk about these simps. And y'all want to crown these red pill guys, and they digitally pimping y'all and bragging about it on the internet. Uh-oh. But they're your heroes, huh? You want them to get up there. These simps are paying these girls. Meanwhile, they taking a cut of all of the girls on OnlyFans. With OnlyFans. Y'all don't want to talk about this, do y'all? But these your heroes, because they make you feel good by calling men simps. But they taking a cut, and they also charging men to come up on a podcast to talk. Uh-oh. Y'all didn't know that either. Y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know that some of these podcasts that features girls that want you to, because if I contacted them and say, hey, my name is Coach Greg Adams, I want to come on your show, that they charging the podcasters to come on their show. They're like, yeah, you can pay us 10 grand to come on the show. But you talking about, and they get up there and they say the same thing. These simps are making these girls rich, and they making money off y'all simp asses by viewers, and they making money off the podcasters and the girls they putting on the show. He said, don't do this to my heroes, or I'll do it to them. Did y'all know that? They would, like, if I contacted one of these podcasts, they would charge me to come up on their show. That's why they ain't never invited me. I'm pulling the curtain back on these red pill guys. Now, look, just for the record, Fresh and Fit has never charged me to go on their show. So I'm going to make it clear. I ain't talking about Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit, for as far as I'm concerned, they always treated me well when I was on their shows. All right. So they even, I think they paid for one of the flights, one out there, but then another one I was going out there already. So I was already going out there. And I might want to, no, I think I paid for the hotel. So Fresh and Fit ain't the ones. They ain't never charged me. All right. But them other podcasts, Ever What, allegedly, they've been caught. Look it up. They've been caught trying to charge the podcasters for coming up there. And allegedly, they taking a cut of the OnlyFans girls' money so they can come up there and promote their shit. This is alleged. But y'all want to talk about these simps. Y'all want to talk about these simps and these red pill heroes that keep telling y'all these simps and these OnlyFans girls are the problem. Now, let me show you how she made the money, because this guy says she made the money in a very curious way, that if a man did this, that man will be called a pedophile. All right, so watch this right quick. Watch this right quick. This is the girl right here. Let's go ahead. This guy said she's making money by targeting children, teenage boys. All right, teenage boys. Let's go with it.
So yeah, anyways, about this Sophie Rain girl, I have no, bro, why would I respect this girl? She sells only to little kids. My little brother, bro, he's only. How she feel about that? I felt hurt. I felt hurt. And I beat out of him. Never again, bro. I'm distancing my little brother from all these freaks, these psychopaths. They're sending to little boys. Hello, FBI, hello. Little brother's a victim of this.
Here's my personal opinion about this. There's a big difference between your little brother finding out about sus content on his own by googling a sus website and a pedophile web girl specifically targeting your little brother inside of a family-friendly, kid-friendly platform. And he shouldn't be promoting that kind of content there in the first place and encouraging your little brother to subscribe to her web. That's where it becomes completely messed up. You might be familiar with these AIDS engagement polls that you sometimes see on Twitter, where the bot asks you to reply to her tweet in exchange for a sus picture. Now,
all right, let me just tell you, as a person that knows OnlyFans girls and knows them intimately, their biggest life force is Twitter. Okay, so that is the OnlyFans marketing strategy, is Twitter. All right, so that's the number one place that they got. If they can't get on Twitter or they somehow get banned on Twitter, it's a wrap for their OnlyFans. And I've heard this from several girls. So that's how they do it. If they get banned on Twitter, it's a wrap. But they need to have Twitter. But now what they're saying is, he's saying that not only is this woman targeting men, she's targeting underage boys. All right, let's see what we got here.
here's the thing with Sophie Rain. She would post a lot of those engagement-bait tweets, and she was actually a bop of her word. She would show proof that she was indeed sending those sus pictures to the people replying to her tweets. Now, here's the thing. Remember that TikTok comment? That one kid asking for the Spider-Man link? So my question is, now that we've confirmed that most of our audience are kids and minors, who's to say that no kid replied to her tweet and got sent a picture from her? Yo, I'm not trying to start something right now, but remember how Chris got canceled for literally sending corn to minors? Isn't that low-key what she's doing? But don't worry, guys. She would never do that. She looks like an ethical person who definitely vetted every single account that replied to her tweets. But here's the thing. A lot of kids don't have PFPs of themselves. So I really wonder how she made sure not to send her sus pics to any kids. And by wonder, I'm saying that she most likely did and didn't give up. But 2024 will forever be remembered as the year of the PDF files. And unfortunately for Marvel, Spider-Man will now be seen as the superhero whose superpower is...
All right, so this is from the Darth Vader channel, 361,000 subs. So his synopsis is, and this video was from months ago, so this wasn't from this recent post of her making $4 million a month. She's saying that the kids are the ones that she's targeting. Now, somebody said this, kids don't have credit cards. Now, do you have children? Right? Let me tell you, as a parent, not as somebody that doesn't know what he's talking about, kids get access to your credit card. They can easily do it. All they gotta say is, I need to get some V-Bucks, some Minecraft, some motherfucking some Y2K bucks, and they got your card. Dude, there's people, look, I told you about this. There's a teenager that went viral that said, in order to get access to their parents' card, that they screen recorded the phone, then gave the mom the card so they could see the typed in numbers. They could get your card, bro. They could get your card. They could get a card and run that motherfucking shit up. Now, I don't know if it tells you that it's an OnlyFans purchase, but kids can they can get a credit card. All right. And most parents, especially of kids that have this type of access, obviously not black parents, but white kids, their parents ain't going to discover this till about 6 months or a year down the line. And trust me, I've experienced this. You don't catch it. I've experienced this myself. All right. And I have two tainted. Well, I have a young adult, an emerging adult, and a kid that's 17. I didn't notice the Roblox bucks going ham till months down the line. All right. I completely missed it because you don't notice it. But kids got Instagram, they got credit cards, they got their parents' credit card, they got the number, the date, and the motherfucking 3-number digit on the back. They could get that easily. Easily. All right. And they can screen record your phone and say, hey, put this in here. And then you put it in, and then they got it. Sometimes when you put it in on V-Bucks or any Call of Duty or any Y2K bucks, not Y2K, NBA 2K, the card is saved there. The card is saved in there. You would actually have to put it in, make the purchase, delete the card. The card is right there. They could just hit that card right here. It saves the card. So you didn't remove the card if you're not, and most parents aren't paying attention. They just put the card in and the kid be like, all right, I'll take it from here. Cooked. Kids know technology and how to get over on you easily, guys. So don't think that these kids can't get no OnlyFans girl on the internet. That's easy business for them. Just talking as a person that's a parent. Most of the time right here, it says right here, as simple as one kid distracting the other parent. Yep, going through it's not hard at all. All they got to do is be like, hey, put this in here. And you don't know it. Where am I putting it in? And they're like, pull up this website and put this in there. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're like, all right, let me put this in here. And you got other shit to do. Let me get back to this top ramen. You're not watching them and like putting it. Parents need to watch out. The reality is parents need to watch out, or your kids will hit you up with $500 in 2 days. 2 fucking days. All right, these kids know how to get to that bag. All right, that's the evil world we live in. Shout out to them on this story here. But I want you guys to elevate your content and your talking points. I'm not here to save humanity. I'm not here to save relationships, marriage. I'm not here to save your kids. I'm not here to save the American woman from going in the direction she's going. I'm not here to save you men. What I'm here to do is get people to listen and open up their mind to let the past go and go into the future. American women are not owned. Western women are not owned. And simply women in large are not owned. I don't care if you go over to South Suda. All right, you go over to these other countries, you're going to have the same issue. If you're a goofy, you're a goofy. But women are here to finesse and manipulate you in ways that you are not prepared for. That's what I'm waking you up to. If you think you're going to get control of women and their sexuality and who they pick as partners, you're not going to. They want to pick. Listen again. Every time a woman has had sex with a man, she wanted it. Does that help you out? She wanted to do that shit. All right, man, it is what it is. Now, how do you protect yourself from that? That's the next point of conversation. Let's get to it because I done went way too longer. I'm supposed to be shopping. Y'all want me to save humanity. I ain't going to die trying to save you people. Why does this dating strategy right here frustrate men? Men are frustrated. Yes. We have number one. Let's go through these quickly because I want to be off of here. I want to be shopping here in a minute. We have Emma Watson, a out-and-out feminist. She was the woman on Harry Potter, the young girl on Harry Potter. Now she's an emerging adult. Apparently, she has right here, Emma Watson has now announced that she's self-partnered and clarified what it means. I wish I had my sound effects. Okay, now she's self-partnered. She's clarified her previous comments on being self-partnered. I'm interested. In an interview, the 33-year-old actress explains that the term doesn't necessarily mean she's single. Oh, my goodness. Women are never single. In 2019, Watson described herself as self-partnered, sparking curiosity and speculation about her relationship status. It says, speaking on with British Vogue, all right, why we looking at shoes? Speaking with British Vogue, it says right here, Emma Watson's reflected on her relationship status as she neared this milestone, expressing contentment with her independence. It took me a long time, but I'm very happy being single. I call it being self-partnered. And now she clears up exactly what she means. Okay, I'm interested. This is a California-based clinical psychologist. Her name is Carla Marie Manley. She explains the concept of being self-partnered as emphasizing the self-partnering revolves around the idea of feeling whole as an individual. Sounds like the free agent lifestyle. Manley describes it as a state where one does not feel compelled to seek fulfillment through having another person as a partner. That doesn't mean self-partner individuals never date or don't consider marriage. Instead, it reflects a commitment to knowing oneself first. I mean, really, to be honest with you, sounds like the free agent lifestyle. All right. All right. So again, the free agent lifestyle is something that people think I don't date. Right? Oh, coach doesn't date, and coach don't have girls, and coach don't go out. No, yes, I do. I do all of that. All right. And I mentioned that in the book. The free agent lifestyle doesn't mean monk mode. Okay. It means we can have a good time with women. All right. It just means that I don't cohabitate, possibly don't marriage. I mean, that's what I'm for me. That's not for me. But this is what they're saying now. Now they're calling it self-partner, and she wants to be able to enjoy herself and also be sexually promiscuous. All right, promiscuous. Now, for people who want to go monk mode, go monk mode. Go monk mode for a period of time. Go monk mode to get your hair straight. Go monk mode forever if you want to. But free agent lifestyle is not synonymous with monk mode, which monk mode is probably no dating, no sex. You're probably abstaining from those things. I don't. I'm actually out here in these streets. Right? So, yeah, I just don't have a girlfriend. I just don't have a girlfriend leading the marriage. That's pretty much it. And I don't have a woman living with me as a spouse or a partner or girlfriend. And I'm not working towards that. So that's off the table for me. All right. But, you know, a lot of people will find that out. Let's go to the next one. Sharing here. This is a mother for you men that are concerned about the modern dating landscape. This is a mother with several daughters airing out her concerns about her daughters all being unmarried. All right, so here we go right here. This must have been like a Thanksgiving thing.
Of dating and
you can barely hear the volume.
age in some cases, beautiful, funny, amazing daughters. Statistically, at least one of them should be involved in a relationship right now. What is happening? What is happening? Seriously. And I told my coworker this, and she's like single and her late 20s, and so are all the teachers that I've worked with. And they have roommates that are girls, and I'm like, what is going on? They're like, it seems to be really hard for men to commit these days. I'm like, no, when you meet the right man, he commits, right?
Oh.
Right?
Okay, he said what?
That was a while ago.
Yeah, okay, so the simp husband, he don't want no parts of this conversation out here, all right? And so this is a sign of the times right here. Why is this doing this? All right, let me see here. Oh, there it is. So this is a sign of the times. This is where we are. Now, I've been warning them of this for a long time. I said, guys, if you have daughters, you can almost be certain you're going to be supporting her until at least age 30. Okay. Gone are the days where you can marry your daughter off at 18, 21, even 24. Women today ain't about that life. They'll be with roommate, like this woman saying. Now, everybody sees it. Everybody sees what's going on. There's no denying that the majority of our society is doing this. Remember, they're saying men don't want to commit. Well, men of a certain age. Now that we've said age gaps are somewhat predatory, where the man is older and the woman's younger, but we also have now, so we take that off the table for men and women. But now we're supposed to expect the 24-year-old man is going to be economically attractive enough to commit to a woman that's similar age. We know that that's impossible today. It's not going to be normal unless you live in a very, very downtrodden neighborhood or a place where you can afford it. Odessa, Texas, Midland. And you have younger people that can engage in what you would call hookup sex. So why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? So if these two people have a daughter and daughters, it sounds like she says my sisters, including herself. So there's at least 3 daughters, none of them headed towards committed relationships. The mom tried to blame the men. The right man shows up. He commits, right? Well, of course, in her time, prior to 2000, that's what men did. Now, less and less men are doing that. Hookup culture, monetized dating, women free. I mean, we can't just blame the women for this. It's everybody playing a role in this thing. I can't change it. Now, eventually, the women will pivot when they get into their 30s. And we're going to talk about that. But here's the problem for people that are parents. You thought your daughter was going to be off of your dole and you didn't have to support her into her mid-20s and 30s. Nope. You can't guarantee that today. You can't guarantee that today, gentlemen. If you have a daughter today, likelihood you're going to be supporting her. Listen, if somebody's going to support her, government daddy, corporate daddy, you daddy, biological daddy, sugar daddy, she going to get some support. This is where we are. And ain't nothing going to change it. We can't change this. So for Kaylin's comment, we could control women's sexuality. What? It's gone, bruh. It's gone. Them days are gone for the majority of people. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to save it. Here we go. There's no, the only solution is save yourself. Anybody that's a daughter right now, listening to me right now, okay, if you're a daughter in your 20s or your early 30s, are you self-supported? Meaning that if you do have a father present, black women, you can sit this one out. Most of y'all don't have most of y'all don't have fathers. Your father's been excommunicated from your family. You've been removed from their patriarch. We're talking about other races of women, Latina, Asian, Middle Eastern. Oh, Middle Eastern women. Oh, my Lord. Find me a woman in her 20s with a father that's supporting herself. It ain't happening. Trust me, I know it ain't happening because I'm supporting some of these women. And they got fathers. Yes. Hey, did I tell you the story? Not to get too sidetracked. Oh, we got biracial. Okay, you count. Well, unless your father's black. But I got a situation where young woman that I involved with, early 20s, she has a brother, barely 20. He's like, and they live with their parents. Of course, she sees daddy from time to time. She on the definitely the Get Him Daddy program, right? Quiet. Well, where's the Get Him Daddy program? Get Him Daddy. Well, her brother looks up to me. He was like, I want to be him. What he doing? Her brother, who is 20 years old, this woman is in her early 20s. She's like, that's the life I want to live. But guess what? They still live with the parents. At the end of the day, they still live with their parents. They're like, this nigga got the life I want. Here we go. Because he's looking at how his parents are doing it. They like, this don't work. He looking at how I'm doing it. He like, what the fuck? Get him, daddy. He got young Calico getting dropped off, several women, the ninja out here at the party. He having a party. This ninja having a party. He out at the VIP section. He like, let me get up under him and see what he doing. Pause. All right now, bro. He's like, who is he? He's like, I want to live the free agent lifestyle. That's what he's saying right now. He said, new world order. I want to live the free agent lifestyle. I don't want to live this normie life. And a lot of dudes do, when they see how I live, they like, I want to live like that. Now, here's the thing. Getting back to this story. If you have a daughter, a lot of women are saying they want to be independent. They don't want to be under the man's command, but also they still live under their parents. Also, they still live attached to government, universities, corporate. They're not really free. They live with roommates. They're not really, but women can live like that. Now, the only way they don't live like that, and I want you to listen to me because I'm the Bruce Wayne of this ish. The only way they don't live like this is when they choose to cohabitate with a man. That's when their expectations skyrocket. So they'll live with roommates. They'll be a sugar baby. They'll be out there living with their parents till they 20, 30, and 40. But till they get a boyfriend or a committed relationship, then they go, I need a house. I need a white picket fence. I need a dog. Now, all of a sudden, as soon as they get with you, you're supposed to support all of that. That's where the game is getting fucked up. You're like, what? Bitch, you was living with a roommate last month. You was living in a bedroom that you couldn't leave if your roommate was having sex with somebody else on a date night. You couldn't even leave your room. Now you live with me, and now you need a big ass house. And now you need support and stability. Right? It's crazy. I'm like, you wasn't even living that life. You didn't even come from that life. You were living in a house with your 2 parents and your 3-4 sisters. Now you need me to take you out and fly you here and do all this shit. Like, what the fuck? You was living with Pookie. Now you want me to have all this. The reason why this is happening is because women are living this particular dating strategy, and it is frustrating the hell out of men. This is the woman here. She's going to explain it. This is frustrating men. And by the way, they're not coming off of this pause. They're not backing off of this. They're doubling and tripling down on this particular dating strategy. All right, listen to this woman here. As you can see, hefty white woman, definitely past her prime, but that's neither here nor there. Let's play the video.
How old are you?
35.
Are you single?
I am.
Do you think that's a red flag to be single at 35?
The quick answer is yes. I would hope, though, that someone cares to ask why.
Well, how about you tell me what you think?
So a lot of it has to do with the fact that I didn't start taking dating seriously until probably my 30s. When I was in my 20s, I was just enjoying myself, living life, working on me.
Well, why do you think you had that mindset back then as opposed to now?
I grew up an only child. I've always kind of done things for myself, by myself, and I was living my 20s that way. I have had an incredible life and still do, and I just didn't start really thinking about dating until my 30s.
So at what point did the mindset shift occur to you that made you go, oh my God, I'm running out of time?
I never had the thought I'm running out of time. The aha moment for me, I was actually on a vacation with a girlfriend and we were walking down the beach, and I had the thought to myself, this is really nice and I'm glad that we're here together, but I'd rather be here with my person. I've never been happier, healthier, wealthier, sexier than I am right now. But what's the point of having all those things if I have no one to share them with? It's not when I'm sad. It's not my bad days that I wish I had a partner. It's my best days. When I'm making memories, I wish I was sharing those memories.
Gentlemen, this right here is what's really messing up the dating marketplace. Okay. In a major way. Now, this is common mindset. This is a common mindset. You're hearing this more and more. Now, when it doesn't work out, then they want to say, well, why? Why don't you like this? Why don't you care? Why do you care about body count? Why do you care about when I used to do coca and this doesn't matter? Then people will bring up news articles about pair bonding and women can't pair bond after having 3 sexual mates. And then you have men on the extreme. We need to control their sexuality. Then you got this shit. Okay, but look. Then they want to blame us for not doing it. What's wrong with a 35-year-old woman that's stretched out, stretched Armstrong? She definitely is 50 pounds, 75 pounds heavier than she was in her prime. And then you got dudes that'll be like, oh, well, young girls ain't it. I like the way older women look. They look like real women. This strategy, and it's not going away. So you must adapt. I talked to I shouldn't share this on the airwaves. Let's just say I had a coaching call with a young woman. She's barely 19 years old. Body count, she admitted, was damn near 30. 30. All right. She just graduated high school last June. Okay. Body count in the 30s. Now, people might not consider that high, but even the younger women are adapting this philosophy of let's have fun now. Then when I want to settle down, I'll settle down. Then when they come out here with the men have another strategy. They're like, nah, what's going on here? You have a vast majority of men that would be like, what? I'm not taking this deal because you was on an air mattress doing cocaine. And now you want me to buy a house for you. Now you want me to give you an allowance and make you a stay-at-home mom. What's the problem, the women say? Well, what's the problem? It's that men do not want to do this. The numbers don't lie. Now, making the men do this is not going to help because people will say there's no data that suggests that body count doesn't affect. I don't care about data. Ask the men, is this their preference? The answer is no, right? Most men would overwhelmingly object to this dating strategy because the men are getting what they consider leftovers, used goods, damaged goods, whatever you want to call it. that why commit to that at a higher price? This is a frustrating thing for lots of people here, and especially when you explain it the way she explained it. And I'm going to tell women here, a woman once told me this, women don't know what they're going to say until they say it, which means they never think about what they're going to say. They just say it. And oftentimes, once you play it back, it sounds ridiculous. And I'm going to do it right now. We're going to do it live. Let's play back exactly what she says. And I want you guys to point out where this woman's a catch. Even as a 48-year-old man, this woman is not a catch. All right, she a catch for some BBC. That about it. But let's play back what she said.
How old are you?
35.
35. You can ring the bell on that already. Especially with CGA. All right, 35? Now, if I'm with you and you turn 35, then that's another conversation. But you're going to be in a whole nother role. All right? But 35, I'm not starting with a 35-year-old woman. Not to mess with. All right, no. Let's go next.
Are you single?
I am.
This shouldn't be a shock.
Do you think that's a red flag to be single at 35?
The quick answer is yes.
Okay, so again, like I said, even she knows she messed up. So anybody that said, somebody said she actually 53, yeah, so she probably even older than that. She looking 40. But what people will say that reject the red pill, right? They say y'all come up with stuff that's not true. That's not a red flag. Even she says it's a red flag. So don't at me. Even she knows she's in a situation where the deal is not as good, but she's here now. All right. And she has to deal with the reality. Now she has to deal with the reality. Let's go back and go again.
I would hope, though, that someone cares to ask why.
Well, I would hope, again, the hope strategy. I hope I find someone dumb enough to ask why. I hope someone's stupid enough. I hope I get a gump, a simp, a big old big mouth bass. I would hope somebody would actually take the time to get to know me. Well, hit the buzzer on that. Most guys gonna hear that and skedaddle. Okay, so I would hope somebody would actually give me the benefit of it. So when you play it back, she even knows she's in a fucked up position. All right, so don't blame me, blame her. But this dating strategy is a lot of women are employing this, and then they're saying, okay, I'm gonna live my early 20s, and then I'm gonna go out there and then settle down. And is this working? I gave you evidence already. This is not working. All right, this doesn't work, but it ain't going nowhere. Don't think they're gonna pivot.
Well, how about you tell me what you think?
So a lot of it has to do with the fact that I didn't start taking dating seriously until probably my 30s.
Right there. Okay, so she even admits, I didn't take it seriously. So what were you doing is the question. What were you doing before that? Were you going on dates or were you abstaining? Were you sitting at the house? Were you twiddling your fingers? Were you doing recipes for chicken noodle soup? Were you reading books, chicken noodle soup for the soul? What were you doing? Well, we know what you were doing. And I would love for her to tell us what she was doing, but she's not going to tell us. But it involves clapping cheeks and knocking boots. That's what she was doing. Now, if anybody says body count doesn't matter, why won't she tell us? I was fucking many, many men in my 20s. Why don't she say that? But she ain't going to say it. Because she knows it matters. She knows it would make her look bad for lots of men. She ain't going to say she was out there selling pussy in her early 20s. She ain't going to say that. Because she knows men would be like, oh, hell no. So it does matter. If it didn't matter, she would have been like, oh, man, I was fucking everybody around the world and That's what she would say. But she didn't say that. She just implied it. Let's go to the next part.
When I was in my 20s,
When I was in my 20s, I was what?
just enjoying myself, living
I was enjoying myself.
life, working on me.
Yeah. Emma Chamberlain, what's her name? Emma, what's her name? Emma Watson's would say she was self-partnered. In my 20s, I was working on myself and living me and living my best life. And you was getting your insides pussy, your esophagus. That's what you was getting. Why don't you say that? She ain't gonna say it because she knows how men are gonna take that. But it's obviously we know she is straggle daggle. All right, here we go.
Well, why do you think you had that mindset back then as opposed to now?
I grew up an only child. I've always kind of done things for myself by myself, and I was living my 20s that way.
I was living my 20s. All right, listen, gentlemen. Every woman I've heard say I was living my 20s was getting her cheeks clapped. Let's just be quicker here. Let me just be real. Any woman I heard say I was living my 20s was not studying to be a doctor or a nurse. They was not out here working on trades. They was not out here, learning how to be a best salesperson. Anybody I ever heard say I was just living out my 20s was getting viciously cheeks clapped easily by niggas on air mattresses, trains, orgies, sex parties, multiple boyfriends and girlfriends, lily lint licked. So we know what this means. Now, does this change your opinion on her being dating and marriageable? Sugar daddies, older men, younger men, right? It didn't matter. Partying, coca, drugs was involved, alcohol. All of this was involved. And she might have done a lot of this for free, no fee. Now she about to run up the price because she in her 30s. She wants her person, she says.
I have had an incredible life and still do. And I just didn't start really thinking about dating until my 30s.
So at what point did the mindset shift occur to you that made you go, oh my God, I'm running out of time?
I never had the thought I'm running out of time. The aha moment for me, I was actually on a vacation with a girlfriend.
All right, girls trip. So she went on the 50-11 girl trip. She done flown herself to Paris. She island hopped. She done Greece. She did all that. So she done island hopping. She ready to settle down. Okay, what happened to where all the men go? So I done been on my 50-11 trip and I'm ready to chill. Okay, this ain't gonna do it no more. We still gonna hook up. We still doing this hookup shit, girl. We in our mid-30s. So now it's time to hop off the carousel and go find me my person. So she didn't feel like she was gonna run out of time. She just said, now I'm gonna go compete for marriage. So what they're doing, this strategy, is that they will ride the carousel and completely hit the brakes and hop off and jump right in the front of the line for simps. Ladies, how in the hell is this a strategy? This is the dumbest strategy in the history of mating. Now, I'm not against it because I'm part and parcel creating these scenarios right now. All right, again, I'm not one to judge. I'm just telling you, this is a horrible strategy for marriage. Right there. This is a horrible strategy to find your person. But since we was all out here having fun, let's keep the party going. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep the party going. All right, why you want to hop off the carousel now? We still partying. Coach, you out here making these. You a slut maker. Okay, yeah, but I wasn't making her one. She volunteered. So we all out here having a party. Now she changing the rules. All right, now let's clean up the party. Let's clean up our act. Hey, listen, ma'am, you in this lane. She want to jump out. All right, now it's time to settle down. Now, most men aren't falling for this, just so you guys know. And the shame that they have for men that are not falling for this is mind-boggling. They're shaming men for holding on to this standard. Like, no, you don't have a right to judge a woman from her past. Really? All right. Well, I remember what she was doing back then.
And we were walking down the beach, and I had the thought to myself, this is really nice, and I'm glad that we're here together, but I'd rather be here with my person. I've never been happier, healthier, wealthier, sexier than.
All right. Oh, my Lord Jesus. All right. So let's go back. She wants to be walking down the beach with her person. Anybody about to walk down in public with this, I wouldn't even be caught dead in broad daylight with this woman. All right. I wouldn't be caught in broad daylight with this person. Like, I'll be between the sheets. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. We're making love between the sheets. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby. Between the sheets, we got something cooking. All right. We're going to be making bacon, baby. Looking at all of that swine. All right. We're going to be making bacon. I'm going to be turning your face and chest bright red. Face going to be red. All right, chest gonna be red, lit up like a Christmas tree. We gonna be having fun out in this bitch. But what we ain't gonna do is be walking down the beach together. I'm gonna be walking down the beach with some prime calico. At least she gonna be young. She might be overweight. She gonna be young though. Right? Shit. She talking about some walk down the beach with my person. All right, no, baby. And then here's the kick it off, to set it off. This is what she says right here.
I'd rather be here with my person. I've never been happier, healthier, wealthier, sexier than I am right now. But what's the point of having all those things if I have no one to share them with?
Ma'am, listen, this is sad, man. Ma'am, you didn't see this coming? You didn't see this coming? They didn't see it coming. They don't see it coming because they're going to ride this shit out. And shout out to the ladies that are happy, wealthier, sexier. Shout out to y'all doing well single. I'm not trying to cake y'all. Hey, listen, you can contact me and I can give you the work over too. All right, we out here having fun. All right, so if y'all happy and healthy, not me, coach, I'm happy and healthy. Again, what did I tell you earlier? In order to disagree with me, you have to have something other than anecdotal evidence. I'm happy and I'm single. Okay, that's nice. Give me your phone number and I can light your chest up like a Christmas tree. All right, what the hell? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about everybody as a collective. Now, she says she's happier, wealthier, and sexier, and still ain't got no person that can walk her ass down the beach like a dog. She still can't find nobody, not one person. And of course, she wants to, let me just say this again. Let me say this again. I don't want to see that big back walking down the beach with the white moon out. Listen, hey, listen. This is the sad part about it, is that not only does she want her person, she wants someone, she wants to be able to live this life out, jump off at 35, get in the front of the line. Now, this is where it gets despicable. She wants to hop in the front of the marketplace line where the men are right there standing there at 32, 35, 37, 40, ready to be judged by this cankled up woman. All right. She wants to judge the men. All right. You ain't this and you ain't that. Bitch, you in the back of the line. All right. They want to get in the front of the line. Divorcees want to get in the front of the line. I'm going to leave my husband to go find my Prince Charming. And then all these single women out here struggling, she's going to ignore them and get in the front of the line. I'll step in here. All right, where are all the top tier men at? Back of the line. All right, I got 21-year-olds up here. I got 22. Look, you're 35. I got 18 to 34 in front of you, just on the age. All right, now, doesn't mean that they're better or younger. We're just saying you got a lot of competition out here. You can't just jump in the front of the line and hold your standards up. I want my person to be set. I'm wealthy, happy, and sexier. But you're going to be lonely tonight. Let me get to these super chats because I've been going on and on. Thank you for joining me. It's holiday weekend. We are now in the official Christmas season. So hope you guys are doing well economically to be able to buy some gifts for yourself. But I got to catch up on all these chats. Do me a favor, hit the like button because we're going to catch up on everything. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me while I'm on vacation. All right. But my phone got to be like lighting up like a Christmas tree right now. Hold on for a second. We're going to get them all, baby. That's what she said. Ladies. Never mind. I was going to say something crude. Ladies, are you here? Do you want me to say something crude? I have some crude shit to say to y'all. I mean, you got to like crude man. I'm a crude man. I'm an old school dude. I'm a barbarian. All right. I'm a gentleman, by the way. I'm a true gentleman. You've never met a gentleman like me. Okay. You've never met a gentleman like me. I got the gentleman shit down pat. I treat women well. But I treat a woman like a woman. I treat a woman like a woman. But the one thing that I make sure that I'm with a woman, because listen, not every woman is suitable to be up with CGA. But I do have one rule, is that when you're with me, all right, you can't do all that talking. But if the ladies are here, I got some crude shit to tell y'all, but I'm going to put y'all up on game. I'm going to tell you how to get with a gentleman. All right, y'all don't want to hear it. Shout out to our brother Ben around the world. And you drop a heavy cold game, coach. Thanks for the tips. And I'll have to say pause. Did somebody knock at the door? Nova's looking like somebody knocked at the door. Joshua Moon says, you will never, ever save money while cohabitating. Shout out to you. And we got our brother here. It is Jermaine. He says, you help to inspire my new web series, Flaws. Shout out to you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I love to be a source of inspiration. By the way, I'm not a motivational coach because I'm crude. I'm not a coach that's going to tell you, believe in yourself, like that drunk Kamala Harris. All right. I'm not a believe in yourself coach. All right. I'm going to tell you where you messed up and where you going to get your ass kicked out here. Right. I'm a real coach. I'm like, oh, you do that? You about to get your ass kicked. That's what type of coach I am. I know people like the coaches. You want me to motivate you? You can have a positive message if you just believe in yourself. Guys, believe in yourself. Ladies, believe in yourself. I'm not one of them coaches. All right. I'm a 100% authentic coach. All right. I'm going to tell you where you messing up, and I'm going to tell you where you're going to get your ass kicked out here. All right. You do that shit, we about to lose tonight. Keep turning over the goddamn ball. Go, sit down right here. Well, my parents want me to play more. Okay, well, go sit next to them if you want me. If you're thinking about your parents during the game, you got the wrong goddamn team. Go sit up next to your parents then. All right, anyway. And I am crude. All right, I'm an old man. I mean, y'all ladies like traditional men. Coach, we need traditional men. Well, traditional men are crude. I know if you want to say that. And ladies, when you start talking about man shit around me, I'll be like, all right, hold on, gentlemen. There's a lady in our presence. Let's not have serious conversation around here. All right. Let's respect the lady. No, I want to talk. Oh, you do? Okay. All right. The lady's like, I want to talk about politics and business and money. Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Oh, you want to be with the men? You want to be with the men and gentlemen and running this shit? I'm a strong woman. I have ideas. All right, I have philosophies. Okay, there ain't no ladies at this table, man. All right, she one of the dudes. Let's talk crude. All right, we got that locker room talk about to come up now. All right, and we about to trigger your ass. Oh, by the way, when men talk, we trigger each other. And we tell each other the truth. So are you ready for this? Right. Ladies, if you want to be around real men and gentlemen tell each other the truth. We don't lie to each other. And if we do lie to each other, we hold each other accountable. And yes, we could talk about each other's from the Ninja. If you toe up from the flow up, we about to talk about your ass. So if you want to talk about the men, we about to talk about your ass. All right, we gonna talk about them flabby ass flapjacks on your chest. Like, what's wrong with you? You want to talk with the men? What's wrong with your titties? Because that's how I talk to my boys. That's how gentlemen talk to gentlemen. They be like, hey, Ninja, you need a bra for them A cups? Ninja, what the fuck is wrong with your male titties? All right, that's what we talk about. So if you want to talk like the big boys, you want to sit up here and be treated like a lady, or you want to talk with the big boys? Because I'm gonna talk about you and them ashy ass elbows. And talking about that Dunlap disease that you have where your gut Dunlapped over your panty line. Because now that's open for fair game. That's open for fair game if you want to talk with the gentleman. Because we crude out here. We keep each other in line. This is how we show ourselves love. This is how we show love to ourselves. So if you got the big girl panties on, you can kick it with us. You ain't got no big girl panties on. We're going to talk about why your ass is so wide, but it ain't fat. All right, god damn. You look like you got a big ass, but your hips just wide. That ain't all ass. That's just hips. I don't want to talk about this. Oh, okay. All right, we're going to have cigars after this and some couple of old fashions. You want to come in? I don't want to get cigar smoke in my weave. Okay, you can't hang out with us. You can't hang out with us. All right, you too weak. You weak. All right, with the weak shit. All right, well, I don't want to get cigar smoke in my hair weave, in my wig. Oh, well, we going to smoke cigars. That's what we ought to go do. You want to sit up here like a lady with your legs crossed, or you want to talk with the big boys? What you want to do? All right, but y'all be letting women hang out but not letting them pay the gentleman price. Just be like, well, guys, there's a woman here. We can't talk about that. Oh, yes, we can. We equal. We can talk about anything if she want to sit up here in the presence of the gods. You want to sit up in here and talk, man? Talk. Well, we going to talk about it because when I see some nice flatback Supreme walk by, I'm going to mention her and I'm going to talk about her feet out. And I'm going to talk about what I want to do with her feet. Because I'm going to say what I'm about to do with her feet is I'm about to put some lotion on it. All right. And then you be like, why are you talking like that? You're nasty. Hey, listen, you in here with grown men. You want me to treat you like a lady or you want to be with the grown man? You want to be at the big boy table or you want to be at the little girl table? What you want to do? All right. I'm going to send your ass outside. Because I'm going to put some on them feet. I'll put some on your feet. And you can't claim sexual harassment. That's sexual harassment. Ma'am, if you sitting at the table with this big boy talk, I'm going to tell you where I'm going to put it on you. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to put it on you. If you sitting here. All right, this isn't crude. This is gentleman's table. This is this is how the big boys talk. You just want to be here. You just want to be here, and then now we got to censor ourselves, and the simps get to talk, and the men don't get to talk no more. No. All right. Anyway, shout out to Jay Cool says, Coach, I regularly see two different women, and because of my 3 years of weightlifting, they both love objectifying me. In fact, one does so intensely, and I love it. Let me hear this and motivate them. Oh, sorry. Let men hear this and motivate them. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. I'm still in decent shape for a man damn near 50 years old. I got nice. My upper body is pretty nice. The lower body needs some work. All right. But my shoulders are very manly, right? I got very large traps. Okay. Both good shoulders, good arms. That's all you need when you humping on top of a woman. As long as they see them shoulders. Hey, man, get in shape. Men, get in shape. Y'all men want the easy pill. This is what I'm finding men want. You guys just want to control women. And then I look at you niggas, and you guys look like you need a bra. I'm like, you look like you need a bra on, and you're talking about controlling women. Come on, man. We can't do this. Yeah, Nova's ready to go, man. She ready to go. Shout out to our brother here. This is Anwar says, Coach, you need a comedy tour. Shout out to you, man. I need to go on a comedy tour because I seen that one woman, the one woman that claimed she was autistic had a comedy show. I was like, oh, hell no. They giving away. They looking for comedians. Y'all looking for somebody to get on tour? I could do it. This is all ad lib. And I'm going to tell y'all how it is, ladies. All right, we got a whole bunch of other brothers here that I need to acknowledge on. I need to acknowledge on the Ko-Fi, so hang with me. We got like 15 minutes. Did I get engineer doctor says just throwing some coin into the JUCO fund, Coach. He says, guys, please show some love for the hardest working man on YouTube. Thank you for your unmatched consistency. And he says, what's up for the weekend? All right, I don't have my sound effects ready to go, but I appreciate you. Shout out to our brother, MS81. He says, up, Coach, you're absolutely right about men not fighting the system. During DV case, they tried to get me with threatening and stalking because I forgot it and only got second-degree breach of peace. Guys, showing up to court is half the battle. So you show up to court and you can get them charges dropped or you can get them charges downgraded for sure. All right. Oh, Teresa's in here. She says, I talk that talk. All right, big girl. Come on around here. All right, come on around here with a big boy. Shout out to our brother H Everyday says, looking into that pop the balloon guy do lack etiquette and je ne sais quoi. Yes, indeed. He didn't have any culture. He just showed up with chains on his neck. And he says, so that's how it works. If you contact first, you pay. But if they invite, they pay. But you know they will avoid paying you because the truth is hard to swallow, i.e. Hafiz and the Fugazi. Yes, you have to pay. You have to pay. If you contact them and say, I want to be on your show, you have to pay. I would assume. H Everyday says, why would men pay for a non-sexual attention from from a woman. It has to be kids these women are soliciting to. Now I got to look at these 304s with the side eye like, bitch, you a pedo. And that's all I'll say on that particular chat. I'm going to have to censor some. But he's mentioning non-sexual attention from a woman. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, ladies, I got only a couple. Like, I don't advise men to pay very long into non-sexual attention. Now, if you're paying into sexual attention, that's a whole different ballgame. But I don't like the idea unless we're all playing it together. Unless we're all virgins and we're all courting and we're not fucking on the side. That's a whole different conversation. But we're not playing that game. We're all sharing each other at this point. Even the married people. Hey, just because you're married doesn't mean you're free. You're still part of this game too. Because y'all husband and wives is out here in these streets. And they're certainly out here digitally. But men paying for non-sexual attention, baby, lady, you got one day. Like, I'm going to do this for one day, tops. That's if I'm feeling good, right? One day. Then next half a day. After that, done. After that, done. And I think women got the game fucked up because what they think is you just about to chase their ass. All right? Even when you take them out, come out with me, come hang out, come do this. I want to see you again. When can I see you again? My options are open. All right, please come see me. Don't leave me, leave me, leave me. They think men just going to be like, come out again. I want to invite you. Bitch, you better say happy Thanksgiving to me. Send me a text message. Tell me you want to come see me. Hey, baby, I want to come see you. When? All right, yeah, here we go. Hey, I've been thinking about you. All right, but they want to just like passively, aggressively. Nah, baby, you going to get left. Shout out to DG Seymour says, blessing CGA. I'm always on the floor laughing when you slap these Mitches. He says a lot of these dudes have no experience. They don't realize how much kids cost. Child support, swimming classes, sports. Yeah, even equestrian. He says you better budget for $25K. And that's on the low end in Southern California. The low end. Well, remember that one Mitch said he didn't want to give his wife $100 a week. I'm like, please do not get married. Like, what? Do not get married, you broke men. Broke men, listen to me. Stop dating. Broke men. If you're broke, stop dating. I don't care what the hell you do after that. You like, I want to have family and kids. I want a legacy. Look at your car right now. Go outside. Go outside. Look at your car right now. He said kids don't need all of that. Hey, this is again. He said kids don't need all that. I hope you're paraphrasing because listen, we don't need no more loser fucking kids. We don't need no more fat kids. We don't need no more loser kids. We don't need no more therapy kids. We don't need no more medicated kids. We don't need no more kids that are autistic. We don't need none of you people no more. We're over. We're full. We're full. We don't need no more lames. We don't need no more kids that y'all going to abandon at 15 and 13. We don't need no more losers and public school kids. We don't need no more of these people. We're full. We're full to the brim with these fucking losers. We need some kids that are exceptional, that are extraordinary, that you put money into and invest, that you actually parent, you jackasses. We don't need no more losers. We don't need no more gangbangers. We don't need no more motherfucking strags and skeezers and bitches that want to be nail techs and estheticians. We don't need these fucking people no more. So if you're just going to have kids and let them just grow up and you ain't going to put no money into them and make them better people, don't have no fucking kids, please. We don't need no more kids in any more of these ugly ass democratic cities. We don't need no more of these people, man. We don't need no more autistic kids. We're full. But y'all want to have kids and not invest into them. Let them sit up there playing PlayStation all day, getting fat. We don't need no more criminals. We don't need no more people that's going to shoot people and smoke weed all day. We don't need no young niggas. We don't need no YNs. We're full. Atlanta's full of YNs. Zone 6 don't need, EA don't need no more YNs. Ninja, have some kids and invest into them, please. Now, back to the legacy. If you want a legacy, I want you to go outside right now. And if you ain't got no fucking car, or if your car is a beater, please don't have no more kids. No more. He said, L take. We don't need no more losers. Look at you. Look at you, L take. No, that's a dub take. We full of losers. We ain't got none but losers out here. All right, we don't need no more. All right, and you ain't even got no car. Your car on this last leg. Your car got 190,000 miles on it. And nigga, you can't even go to Pep Boys to get 2 new tires because you're going to break your budget, but you want to have kids out here. Go sit your broke ass down. And y'all the main ones out here trying to talk about what these women need to do. And y'all niggas running around here and you ain't even got a Honda legacy. And you running around here wanting a legacy. Hey man, you guys are goofy ass ninjas. Y'all be the loudest men in the comment section talking about what these women are doing. And you ain't got shit to your name. You don't own nothing. And you ain't gonna be nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing today. And you want these women running around here. And shout out to our brother DGC Moore with the sponsorship. All right. Y'all want me to cook y'all Mitch ass ninjas today. We cooking Mitches. All right. Talking about the wife don't deserve $100 a week for snacks. Man, please do not get married, please. We don't need y'all. Please don't have no babies. I want y'all losers to not have no more baby. Do not bring, and if you have babies, do not move them into my neighborhood. All right, but they don't want to. These men out here think relationships are free. It's crazy, bro. It's absolutely insane, man. Talking about men simping for giving his wife $100 to go get some Doritos from 7-Eleven. Right, that's simping. Shout out to the Alchemist too. Shout out to you, brother. Dr. Beto says CGA is unbeatable and unstoppable and timeless. He is much more than just RP'd. That's the red pill. He says, look at him now. He's touring the world and I love these live podcasts from around the world. One word, fresh. Indeed. Indeed. Can you survive off $100 a week? He says, what if you pay all the bills? Again, I'm here to teach you. I'm here to teach you. That's a legit question. But listen to this. If you pay all the bills, I'm presuming she doesn't have an income. If she doesn't have an income, how the bitch gonna eat when you're not there? How your wife gonna eat if you're not there? So when you're not there, she don't eat. That's what are you asking me that? So when you ain't there, she's supposed to just go hungry and shit and can't get no 7-Eleven snacks, no nothing. Like she hungry, man. She want a Slurpee. Bitch, you don't eat until I get home. Right? Like, what kind of shit is y'all on, bro? He said, put food in the house. You got some food in the house. She can't go to Starbucks and get a run real quick. Like, all right, she can't go get a Jamba Juice. Bitch just got to make her own drinks at the house. These ninjas, man, yo, hey, don't associate with me, bro. Don't associate with me. Just make her eat Wonder Bread at the house. Ninja, are you going to pick out the groceries too? This is how controlling these men are. What is going on with these men, bro? Y'all need to not have women. She don't get to stop at motherfucking Chipotle to get a little sandwich. You know what I mean? To get a burrito. She can't get a burrito. She got to make burritos at the crib. Okay. These ninjas, what's wrong with these guys, bro? All right, what's wrong with these guys, man? It's $100. What do you do when you drive outside? Do you just eat food at the house? All right, I'm going to just wait till I get home to eat. You got the money, and then you driving around all day. All right, if my wife got to eat at home, I got to eat at home. Is this what y'all doing? Is this what we doing, bro? I can't believe we're having this conversation, man. I mean, look, and if you procreate with a woman that literally agrees to what you're saying, you're going to have a loser kid. Your kid's going to be losers. All right, there ain't no way y'all going to make it up to any level of society. Y'all going to be there stuck forever. All right, please don't procreate if y'all think like this. All right, don't bring no kids into the world. No, this is the West, man. Bro, y'all need to go to the East. And then somebody says she going to run off and monkey branch. And then y'all be like, she monkey branched on me. Because you couldn't give her no snack money. Of course she going to monkey branch. Don't let me find your wife. I'm going to show her a bankroll. And she going to come right with me. I'm like, you need $100? Hey, $100 to get your wife is nasty work. Right here. This is going to be the cheapest JUCO I ever had. $100 to get your wife. And if she stay with you, y'all deserve each other. And please don't procreate. If possible, don't make no more children. Can y'all get sterilized? Where's Margaret Sanger at? I see these ninjas y'all need the Margaret Sanger. Y'all need the Margaret Sanger. Right? Anyway. Oh my goodness gracious. I love these guys, man. I love these guys. Shout out to our brother. We almost closing in. John I says, Coach, one of the pitfalls of women is that they never ask, nor do they see the need to ask men what they want. He says, then the women are shocked or get aggressive when men want what the women aren't. That's the major part. And the strategy of this woman, this is the strategy. I want you to listen to this. Where's she at? Never once, and ladies, I want you to listen. Never once did this woman consider what men wanted. John I, facts. She never said, men probably want me younger, fitter, better, whatever it is. This is the pitfall of this strategy. Not once do they go, I wonder if men will like this. They just say, it is what it is. Right? And they just roll the dice to find the most mediocre ninja that's going to give her $100 a week. I don't know. My man said, shout out to you, John. My man said, what if you pay all the bills? Now, there's one reason you would pay all the bills is if she has no income. In the example of the woman getting $100 a week, she had no income. She dedicated her life to be a stay-at-home mom. So when you pay all the bills, you leave with the money and she sits at home with no access to the money. I'm thinking that men want slaves. I mean, I don't want to enslave a woman. Trust me, I've been married and it's easy to fall into enslaving them. I don't want no slave woman. A sex slave maybe, but I don't want a wife to be a slave. I don't want a mate, partner, spouse, wife. I don't want no slave. Now I'll take somewhere. I'll move to El Salvador and get me a couple of them Latina slaves. I'll take a sex slave or some shit like that. I don't know if that's what she want to do. I'll take a sex volunteer and be like, just stay down there until I'm ready for you. And she just waiting down there, just doing nothing. But I don't want no slave. I don't want a woman that's a slave. I don't want a dim-witted woman. All right. I definitely don't want a competitor and shit like that, bro. It's crazy. Y'all want slaves. And you got to ask yourself, why do you want a woman to be a slave? Like, what about that? Ask yourself this. Don't tell me. It's a rhetorical question. What about your life that makes you think the only way you can get a woman is to enslave her? Now, with that being said, if I'm not going to enslave her, I'm definitely going to get the woman I want. I'm not going to accept some crumbs. and let this woman tell me at 35. The reason at 35 they be like, "Oh, I'm not doing this and I'm wealthier and sexier or happy." Baby, you are not sexier. Okay, so if we're having a real conversation, you definitely ain't sexier looking like this. You ain't sexier at 35 or 40. You definitely way fatter. All right. And I know what this looks like under clothes because I've been with women like this. This is going to look like a disaster. Okay. It might look good and thick, but you ain't seen that. This woman is the literal idea of the busted Pillsbury biscuit can. All right. All of that, them tight ass stretchy jeans she got on. By the way, them stretchy jeans, them ain't the jeans we grew up with in the 90s. That heavy ass fabric. This is like fucking tights she got on. And she squeezed in them motherfuckers, man. When them tights come off, all the discolored skin, moles, hair, you're going to see a whole bunch of, this is going to be a disaster. Busted Pillsbury biscuit can, man. This is going to be a disaster. All right. And then up under that shirt is a big old gun. All right. She got booty do up under that shirt. All right. And the reason why I'm talking like this is because she put herself out there. Booty do. All right. Her stomach stick out more than her booty do. You already know what's going on there. You can see it from here, but most of y'all can't see it. She looks thick, but this is going to be a disaster. Cankles in the boots, booty do in the gut, cesarean section scars, abortion scars, discolored skin, flapjacks in the back. This is about to be a disaster. Varicose veins and all kind of. This is about to be a mess. I've been there. Cellulite, rocking the beer gut. It's going to be a mess. The only about the good thing you about to see under there is the areolas. That's it. And hopefully they ain't got stretch marks around it. It's about to be a mess. This is about to be a messy mess. Soggy woggies, saggy waggies. This is about to be a... And you don't see the buffalo hump. I see it from here. There's a buffalo hump on the back of her neck. You ain't going to see it until she pull her hair back. And you're going to see that hump on the back of her neck. You're going to be like, holy mackerel. You're going to see the hump on the back of her neck. All right, you're going to be like, hold on, let me show y'all. Because I got to get out of here, man. I'm supposed to be shopping right here. All right, now I know it, so I already know. I done been there on some nasty days. I'm sure she's a fine young lady. All right, but don't tell her to put her hair up in the updo. Don't tell her to put her hair up in the updo. It's going to be a mess. Right here. Right here. All right, listen, I'm the one with the money, so I know. All right, I could pick somebody that ain't got one of these. All right, I could get her at 24 when she ain't got one yet. All right, but it's going to look like the second picture on the right. That's what it's going to look like. That's what she's going to look like when she put her hair up after you bust a nut and she go to sleep. And you're going to be looking at that hump right there on the back of her neck. And you're going to be like, damn, I can't even get that neck. You're going to be looking at that big back. And you're going to be like, ugh. Raider game coming on. They on right now. All right. They probably losing right now. But I got to get out of here. Esteban Leon with the sponsorship. Shout out to you, brother. Let me get you, brother, so we can get out of here. All right. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Nope, that ain't it. Esteban Leon said, here's some love, coach. He says, I wrote a story about a chick getting mad at me for wanting younger women last night. Also, she tried to say that herpes isn't bad. Esteban Leon. Hey, man. Another thing about dealing with older women is they be having STIs and herpes. I mean, dude, and they'll tell you what's wrong. They'll tell you this. And you'll be like, dude, I had an older woman I messed with. I was like, okay, she cool. She a little soccer mom, suburban chick. I get right down to the panties. She had herpes. I was like, bruh, why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you tell me you had herpes from the beginning? Why you wait Now I'm like, dude, I was just coming to hit it real quick, and now this. All right, but a lot of these older women that be out here that want to shut it down and repackage themselves and go religious, and they want to get a man, a lot of times they get a herpes scare or they get a pregnancy scare and they get tired of it. And so then they'll be like, okay, oh, I got herpes. Okay, now I'll go find a guy. I'm telling you, man. Shout out to Limitless Cobra says, what's up, coach? No hotel room tour today. He says, Nova, a boy and a girl, or a girl. She is a girl. She. Trinicia says, so coach, what if you ended a relationship in your late 20s? That's different. And take dating seriously, but you have men arguing about chilling at the house instead of meeting in public. Every single woman at a certain age wasn't just effing around. Well, that's true. He says, or like when a guy told me he wants kids, but can be fully committed without being married, and told me it's better for a man and a woman to have a kid and live apart. It's too easy for him to pack up his hefty trash bags and leave the kid with the woman. Yeah, you're right. That's definitely a different scenario. So if a woman was married in her early 20s, in her 30s, and then she got divorced in her 30s, and then she wanted to get into another relationship, that would be different. But again, you got to have realistic expectations, right? These women do come out here and cause the dating marketplace to be messed up because these women go through a 304 phase. So they'll fuck like 10 guys and then they'll want to settle down. But yeah, a lot of guys, again, one thing that I might talk about next time, and I didn't have a chance, a lot of guys are non-committal and then they're complaining as well. So you're non-committal and complaining about women. Like you're not getting married in your 20s. You're not getting married in your late 20s. You're not getting married in your 30s. And then you're like, these girls are out here hoeing. Okay, bruh. Ho on. Hey, man, it's a party then. But you can't complain about that. Now, if you was out here marriage-minded in your 20s and getting rejected, and marriage-minded in your mid-20s and getting rejected, and marriage-minded in your 30s, that's a whole different story. But most of y'all ain't how y'all creating the hoes y'all complaining about. Now, remember, I'm not complaining about 304s. We need them in the ecosystem. 304s are important, right? You know, we're never going to not have 304s. 304s are always going to be here. And really, women have no incentive but to be out here 304ing. So they don't have an incentive to be a good woman because y'all not marrying them. Right. So Bob says people discourage men having locker room talk because they will wake up to the realities of life. I remember those conversations were merciless. I also noticed society wants to socialize men to be a cuck. He says, I would like to know why. One simple reason: money. If men are easily to be swayed by the opinions of society and women, they get access to our money. Easy access through divorce, through marriage, and so forth and so on. The minute a man stands up and makes himself known and protects his own wallet, then he's a dangerous man because they don't have access to his resources. All right. So the number one reason why they need men to be lame and simps and goofies and shit like this is because he can control all his money. All of it. All right. Just like me. Whatever money I get, I can control it. So if I want to go to the JUCO and get my meat fix, I could go there. If I want to go on a date, I could go there. Shout out to Miles Morrow says, I spent the holiday with my girlfriend's family. They had a ninja out there shooting guns on the farm. Never fired a weapon before. Can't wait to purchase one now. They must be white. All right. You must have been hanging out with some white folks. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. So the show was coming to an end. So I'm just refreshing the screen to make sure I got everybody, which I believe I did. And I went an hour longer than I wanted to, but you guys deserve it. And you guys were here ready to go. We still got 2,000 people in here. I could go another hour and y'all can still get some great value. But I got stuff to do. And we're going to be back tonight we're going to be back after the weekend from the Desert Storm Bunker. Subscribe to CoachGregAdams.locals.com for our JUCO stream. Also, Money Mindset Patreon.com/Coach Rick Adams for the money mindset stream. And have your bail money ready. Protect yourself at all time. Wear your condoms. If you don't, pull out. Shoot it on her feet or her neck or her back or wherever she likes it. And also, don't sell drugs. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink in public. Get your cardio in. Work out. Get rid of your red pill rage. It doesn't suit you. Red pill rage is fine, but it doesn't suit you well. All right. Don't argue with women. And ladies, be a lady. All right. What we're missing is we have a lot of females, we have a lot of women, but we have very few ladies. Ladies, if you want to get in, if you want to become a lady, all right, come to CGA's 52 inspection program and I will take care of you. All right. Other than that, shout out to the Coach Gang. We are out. Enjoy your weekend. And don't spend too much money shopping. Peace.